Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LBLCS. I'm your host, Buggleberry Finn. I'm joined by the one and only Mighty Fool, the mightiest fool who's ever fooled you.
Maybe not the only one, though.
Probably not the only one. I'm sure there's other idiots out there roaming around. Not sure what
Well, I just don't know if I've been cloned before.
All right, not how I thought you were gonna.
Like, imagine if there were more of me. You know,
if there were more of you, the world would be a less safe place. I agree.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm in full agreement. We do have the spec link. You want to let me know when they start that up? I can switch our scene over to it.
Yeah, they're not quite there yet. Looks like one side's ready, the other is not. You see some chatting like they are thinking about it, though.
They're having thoughts. They're starting to think it up.
Yeah, and that's really dangerous. I mean, especially with these guys. I mean, we know a few of these guys.
We know too many of these guys, and everybody at home is going to know some of these guys too. It's going to be pretty confusing when you see 100 Thieves double lift playing.
They are rolling
this
into
game.
it, by the way.
It's going to be they're rolling it. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll switch over in just
a jiffy.
Right, just a jiffy. Just a quick little Jifferton.
I'm pumped for this, though. We've got 100 Thieves double lift in this game. I wonder how he's able to play in this league and the LCS at the same time.
I'm worried about that, too. I haven't really brought it up because I figured, who really cares? Who's really keeping track?
Yeah. Well, and, the more prestigious of the two should win out, and that's clearly us. So
Correct. I noticed that Narwhal is not in the right place, and I am fixing it, and it is there now.
Oh, you got a floating Narwhal?
It was a floating Narwhal for a little bit there, yeah.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us. And you.
And me. The best of us and me. Not the best of us, but it does happen to me.
Yeah.
To make that very clear distinction. We are seeing some really fun bands coming out. We've got the Ivern taking away Darius, Camille.
I like the Swain band. I think that's cool. I don't know who plays Swain here, but maybe it's how do you say Kigiris?
Yeah, we're going to have to figure... That's more of a Godzilla name the more I look at it. And once chat sees it, maybe we can get rolling on exactly how we say that.
Yeah.
Kato, thanks for watching 3 consecutive.
This is bold.
That's on Zebra.
Yeah, Zebra, Jarvan, right away.
Yeah.
Already got the Zyracon coming, which I think is also bold because you are playing against Ruffian and Arcadius here. Giving them the heads up on what you're working with in the bottom lane might be a little dangerous.
A little bit of a Piltover's Playboy kind of hover. You're not Bobes, but you are Ruffian.
Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't think that's the pick. I don't think they're doing it.
Kigaras.
I like that. Kigiras. Yeah, Lulu. Okay, should we see? We might see. Not.
We're
Jinx.
still gonna see the Jinx. They were talking about it.
Hey, they were thinking about it. Yeah, I mean that is like if you get camped and shut down, it's a hard game.
You're also not showing anything, and you get the full counter on a solo lane. So it's smart. This Tarded versus Slampus is going to be a very interesting matchup because Slampus has some counter picks into Tarded's normal pool, but the skill gap from what I know about Tarded and from what I don't know about Slampus, I'm wondering if it's going to come into effect. Although
Tarded is very good.
He's really scary. I'm concerned that he's never left his computer kind of thing.
I think we're going to see some more Tarded bans here because the pick hasn't come through in the first 3, and you already had the Darius and the Camille band away. So I think you can kind of target that pool a little bit. We are going to see the opposite of that, though, and a Zir ban against Boss Guy coming through.
You take away the Ornn for Slampus.
Immediate Ornn
They're going to take the Anivia. Anivia away from Boss Guy is really good because Anivia is strong in that comp. I think it'd be really strong with what they've already picked so far. I think that's a great ban.
Yeah, I think it's annoying, but you definitely have tools to deal with something like that with the Wukong and the Rakan being able to get away from that wall.
Mm-hmm.
But I still do like it. Now, Sion, I think this might indicate a little bit what we're looking at from Tarded here. I don't think we're going to see the Kled. I think it's going to be something a little different here.
Could see a Maokai being picked up or something, like really beefy.
Maokai was the first ban, yeah.
Oh, Maokai was the first ban, you're right.
Oh, Victor? We were talking about this Victor, though.
We were talking about this Victor. He's really good on this Victor. Kigaris.
I like this draft. I like this draft a lot right now. They have a lot of circles that they can throw on top of each other in a fight. And We know that that's the way to play in the LVLCS.
It is the most powerful shape in League of Legends.
Some
Asol,
places
though.
you got triangles.
Oh,
Asol
no,
has
he
some
got
circles.
through. He's got a bunch of stuff.
Now, there is a caveat with the Asol, though. He is kind of slow. I mean, scaling-wise. Okay, this is way more boss guy than anything else.
Yeah,
though.
that's very boss guy.
Prolific Seraphine mid player, for sure.
Absolutely.
And I actually like that a lot with the Jinx. This adds a lot of safety. You know, you're kind of layering on these supportive picks.
Absolutely.
Makes it a little bit more playable.
Yep.
Okay, this is interesting. That's probably more like it. That's a very targeted pick. So is that. I don't like Malphite as much. Yeah, okay, Jax. I kind of liked the Olaf idea, because Target's kind of one of those players that likes to sprint at you and just kind of knock you out.
Yeah, but it's another takeaway from Slampus, right? Slampus is a really big Jax player, huge Ornn player. I'm expecting, honestly, something straightforward, giant Giga Tank, knock them all down. Like, I wouldn't even be blown away to see it, like, something as straightforward as Malphite. That kind of energy.
Thinking, okay,
Tom
Kench is
Kench
definitely
is something he plays a lot in solo.
Plays,
yeah, he plays a lot of that in solo queue.
Okay, I like this. I think this adds a layer of safety for the Victor, but there's just not that much dive. I mean, I guess it's still probably pretty strong. I was thinking Jax is really good because it's a strong pick into Cassante as well, which is available still.
Yep.
So maybe that was part of the thinking there, but Tom Kench going to be the matchup. I think that's still fine. I don't think that's as bad for Slampus on the top side.
I 100% agree. I actually think that this is a really solid draft from both teams. Rarely do I not have an opinion like, oh, I think this team won draft. I'm usually wrong, to be clear to all of the audience. I'm usually wrong about who's won draft because the other team
almost always.
I'm rarely correct in my Schmeckle betting. However, this is a very even draft, so both teams might lose.
Both teams should lose, yeah.
Both teams should.
I mean, I want to bet on both of them, so they should both lose. Like that's just logic.
Oh shit, Popoba tells me I do have an opinion. Okay, you know what? You're putting all of your fucking eggs in Ruffian carrying your goddamn game. Dead wrong. Worst idea you've ever had. Ruffians washed game 1 of every single LBLCS tournament that's ever existed. The only way you win with this draft on Narwhals is if you constantly protect Jax and Tarded runs it down top lane. That's it. Only way you win.
I'm gonna one up this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take the opposite opinion and say absolutely put all the eggs in the Ruffian basket. They've given this man the tools, and Ruffian has shown time and time again to the doubters, the haters, the naysayers. He's got what it takes.
Here's what I'll say about Ruffian that is not, you can't dispute this fact. Okay, it's indisputable. You ready?
Yeah.
Ruffian plays to the level he is against.
Ooh.
If
That's
Ruffian
so
was
true.
in the fucking LCK, Ruffian would play like an LCK player. That being said, if Ruffian was against toddlers, literal children, 3 or 4 years old, he would play.
Start drooling his milk on the keyboard.
Drill his milk all over the goddamn keyboard. He'd be slopping it up. It'd be gross. That's a true fact about Ruffian. You can't avoid it. So you know what?
Undeniable.
It would be more helpful for Dirty Rats Xfinity to be bad at League of Legends in this instance, because it would make Ruffian worse.
Yeah. And it's like he's as good as Deft, but sometimes he wears a diaper. I could get behind that. I'm in.
10 seconds of drinking here, redeemed by Plead the Fifth. Plead.
Do it again.
Here we go. Ready? Are you ready?
Yep. Yeah.
Chat, count us off. They're like so many seconds behind us, it doesn't make any sense when they count us off. It's extremely painful. Slurping as much as I could down. Huge mistake. Massive mistake. I've got to fix some things here. Can we get a that was only 8 2 more seconds. Okay.
All right, sure. We could do 2 more. No problem.
Can you set a bet for us? That would be
Oh yeah, no, I got that.
mucho bueno.
Who the hell's playing?
Naughty Narwhals and Dirty Rats Xfinity.
Who gonna win?
Great.
Spell everything correctly.
Okay. It doesn't sound like you are, but I believe you.
Yeah, no, yeah. Outcome 1. Naughty Narwhals. Is that just NN?
You could just type out naughty, maybe. How about one word? Naughty versus Dirty. That'd be good.
Dirty?
Yeah, Dirty Ras Xfinity. DRX. DRX who have 100 Thieves Diverlift on their team.
Let's run this for 5 minutes. Yeah. Start prediction.
And there's nothing weird going on with the picks here. Just so the world knows. Who gonna win?
Yeah.
You're so smart.
I am. I'm really good at this.
Oh my goodness. Donors are great. Droners are great. So smart. Actually, drawn threes are great.
Never underestimate
Like Toys R Us.
It's like Toys R Us. Drawn threes are great. Drawn threes are great. Something like that.
It's like 3 of them, the Drons.
The man's back in action. Get Sharked. Welcome. All right, we got a lot of names here. Can you read some of these names while I set up some stream stuff? Because I think we got a really cool graphic I want to show.
Ukem, the explosive Skittle.
Never underestimate
Get Sharked.
the power of the Scouts
Get Sharked is so good.
Pack 3 K1NG. Camp Sata. The Wild Moose 7296.
Never underestimate the power
TD
of
Sender.
the Scouts code.
Big Psalm. I like that one. Kevin the Great. And
Yeah, go ahead. Go to town on that last one. Go for it.
Never
Kiali Kiali.
underestimate the power of the Scouts code.
Oh my goodness. Kiali Kiali.
Let's see what we got.
Of course, Kiali Kiali. How
Let's see what we
silly.
got.
Never underestimate.
Welcome
the
all of
power
you.
the Scouts
You know the
code.
bit. Go ahead and say the bit.
You know the bit. You know. I'm still learning how to use a computer over here.
You struggle with that sort of thing? What
Every-
is the bit? It's like
Every day of my
Never
life.
underestimate
it's
the
like we're
power
welcoming
of
the latest
Scouts
investors
code.
in the low budget LCS. Thanks for the gift subs. Go to the Denny's. You know the one.
The one in Vermont.
The one in the south in Vermont.
Yep.
Go around the
Never
back near the
underestimate
dumpster. There's a
Good.
door.
power of the
Knock
Scouts
3
code.
times.
Yep.
Say hello to our boy Todd. He'll let you in. Pancakes are on us.
All right, and check out the LBLCS Season 10 Naughty Narwhals
Never
roster right now.
underestimate the power of the Scouts
I really like
code.
this graphic. I think it's real cute, real good. Boss guy in the
This is
middle.
how they lined up, right? Yeah, this is. Let's double check that real quick.
That is how they lined up, yeah. Arcadius 2 support is interesting because Arcadius is either being the bigger man for Ruffian or Ruffian is legit just the bigger man at ADC. Because these are two
So are we-
ADCs.
Are we ego boosting or ego bombing on Ruffian for this?
I think I'll bomb him, you boost him?
Yeah. Okay.
I bomb, you boost?
Yeah, I'll boost you, bomb.
Holy shit, 169,000 schmeckles.
Oh no.
Stop. If I have any schmeckles, I'm putting it on DRX right now. Let me put
okay.
it, let me get my phone up.
You-
This is
yeah.
clear cashing out moment.
Wait,
for
can
me.
you end the thing on the LBLCS account and I can bet too?
Yeah. Let's put our
yeah,
schmeckles
yeah,
on
yeah.
where we know we're gonna make.
I
some
need to rob
freaking
the
money.
chat real quick.
5,
Yeah.
3, 8. Oh, that's gonna be some. That's gonna be some dough in my pocket right now.
Yeah. I'm not even worried right now. I didn't all in or anything. I'm just gonna cash in a little bit.
I didn't all in. And I see that you wrote drones are great, and I say that I understand that that's what you're trying to tell me is your name. I don't believe you. I believe it's drawn threes are great. So I'm gonna go with that.
We could workshop that a little bit, like we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, workshop's a good word. We're gonna workshop
Listen,
it.
I really always kind of struggled with how you're supposed to pronounce those counting letters. And so like when
I'm
you
sorry?
put them all over your name, it's like
Counting letters.
the ones you count and like do the what's that word?
Jaded Flux, thank you for the follow. When you count letters, math, arithmetic.
Yeah, those ones.
Okay.
I sucked at that. I don't know how to. I don't know. how
Were
to
you
talk
any good at English? Because you're kind of not proving that one right now.
I'm like a. What was the
Bad?
5?
Out of.
I'm not really sure.
All right. Well, I'm not really sure who's gonna win this game, but we are loading in right now. Financial League. I believe this is Group B of Financial League. Which if you're just tuning in or you've not often here at the LBLCS, does not mean that it is the lower financial league. It is simply just the second group in financial. The top 4 will go to the playoffs.
And I think the playoffs will initially match up with the other group, yeah? Like a normal format. So the group you didn't play, you'll play first in playoffs.
Yes, it is cross. Yeah, you'll cross groups here in playoffs. That is true. So we're loading in both teams, trying to get their first coriander fill-up of the season.
Yeah. Is this really the first financial game we're streaming? I think it might be.
No goddamn idea.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Wow,
I know we saw 2 econ. We saw 2 econ and 1 commercial.
Are we double econ in a com? Double econ in a com?
I don't know if we've done more than that.
Going for a fin. Yeah. We didn't hit an X yet. We didn't hit no X's, but we're in
no X's, yeah.
In for the fin, in for the eek, E for the com. No X's.
Yeah, totally, for sure. We do have matching skins on the Zyra con lane. Very important.
That is the most important. And I'm glad I put my Schmeckles on them now.
Yeah.
And I wasn't just playing the odds.
It would have worried me about the Schmeckles I had put in if they weren't matching. I'll say that much.
Zelius Lul's comment: if Tarded gets put on another team, is he still Tarded or is he traded? Shit.
If he's both, which one comes first?
Is he Tarded traded or traded Tarded?
Yeah, exactly. Like
God.
This is very complicated stuff. Just don't trade him.
To find out, we're gonna go to our new press secretary. Drawn threes are great. John threes. Actually, you know what it really is? I didn't even put it together. It's not even that name. Oh, the game will now exit.
Yeah. I got that thing. I'm reconnecting.
Okay, I'll reconnect too. This is the low budget LCS. You thought you were gonna watch a game? Get out of here. It's Doctor on threes are great.
Doctor on threes.
Doctor
I don't know
on
if I
threes
trust
are great.
that.
Doctor on threes are great.
I don't think I trust. Who said that? I don't know if I trust that.
It's me. I said that.
I definitely don't
trust
trust
you ever
that.
trusted me? I'm at 0% loading in, but I am loading in.
I'm getting there. I think I'm almost in the game, probably. Yes, I am.
Damn, I got in the game too. Whoa, we're crazy right now.
We're kind of good at this, you know that?
We're freaking nuts. You're at 0 seconds though?
Yeah, but I'm not moving much. I might click on the thing and see if it... Nope, that's not happening.
Not yet. We'll wait a little bit. We got time.
Yeah.
Who's rushing
got all
us?
night.
We got all night.
Okay, we're going.
I'm at second 4, 5,
5,
6.
6.
Great.
Good, yeah.
We're good. We're great.
Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on. We got some pings already coming out. I'm sure they're communicating lots of sensible stuff.
Oh, yeah. They're geniuses. A lot of pings.
Yep. Yeah, they're getting serious. I like that.
A lot of good sportsmanship. Good look, have fun. It's good.
You can tell a lot about a team's energy by how much they ping each other, I think.
You can. We got a pretty standard 5 setup, right?
Yeah. Also, I like this. Ruffian opting for the Ghost with Arcadius taking the heal. Also, Longsword 3. It's a very kind of measured and respectful approach, I think, to this lane.
I agree.
5 gold already for Ruffian. That's big.
That's
big
mad.
right
That's
there.
probably the whole game right there. Honestly, let's turn it off. I'm quitting.
Well, I mean, we have to determine the bet, and I kind of want that. Moolah,
True.
you know what I mean?
Let's wait till it looks like the other team can win, and then we'll.
Yeah. And then we stop watching, and if anybody complains about Schmecklegate 4.0 or whatever, we just silence them with
4.0.
our
Have you done
power.
2 more behind our backs?
Nothing to see. Actually, forget I said anything at all.
See who is gonna do it. Side click. One of my favorite names, saying Narwhals win. Does have 2 former teammates on the team, so of course he's supporting Zebra and Naughty Ruffian.
Yeah, side click is dope. Also, Gap Top 0 in the chat. Cool, dude. Putting that out there.
Yeah, old Arcadius teammate on Team Lasermoon. Got their cup in my cabinet as well. They're winners.
Do you really?
I think season 5 they won. Yeah, I have their cup.
Yeah.
100%
Awesome.
I have their cup, dude.
Dude,
Are you kidding me?
you got the whole cup collection.
I got the whole cup collection, bro. Uh-oh, double
This
is going
is
in
so
right
good.
now, looking for Ruffian. Does drop the ignite already. A lot of damage. Foreign guy trying to finish him off. The heal does get dropped at the last second. He goes down. Greedy for the extra hit. But it
Yeah,
will
saves
finish
the
him
flash as well. I don't know. I feel like foreign guy could always flash for that auto, so maybe Ruffian knowing that he's dead to rights.
All right, so that's first blood. We just call the game, right?
Oh, definitely. Now we do.
Now we do. All right, great. So great. Schmeckle bet's over.
Thank you for that. Wait, did we win or lose? For that.
We won.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll call it quick.
Short, small go lead, but Tarded slapping onto Slampus.
Yeah. This looks rough, but the gray health isn't really online yet, so the trades are going to get a little bit better for Slampus on the top side.
Yeah, he's got that Doran shield too, and he's got his pot still, so he'll be able to heal up.
Yeah. I do like the look of that for Tarded, though. Able to control the wave, not really feeling pressured, even though Tom Kench can be pretty aggro in the laning phase. So,
Oh,
probably
absolutely.
feeling pretty
Yeah,
good.
he's got the grasp. He's got the really high damage just in those auto attacks. But the counter strike's super useful.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you can't stack that passive up, it's really not as dangerous for the Jacks.
Right.
The exciting thing we have been looking at, though, for most of this game so far is this bottom side. And now that Ruffian's missing the ghost, still has the flash. I want to see what 100 Thieves double if here can. Well, I
Oh,
shouldn't
Zebra up
say
in the top lane.
100,
Looks like a lot of damage on his Slampus. Flashes away. Tries to stay alive for a little bit longer, but Tarded almost underneath tower. Dyslexic IR coming to the rescue with a little bit of a counter gank going on.
I kind of like that name, Dyslexic IR. Like, there's nothing to do with the bad English has nothing to do with dyslexia. It's just kind of goofy.
True. Dyslexic would be like if you messed up the letters in dyslexic, the order of them.
Yeah. Like I don't even know. I'm bad at the.
You don't
English
do
in the
don't
first
do
place, so it's hard
arithmetic
to
or
make-
English.
It's hard
or
to make
anything.
those. It's hard to make those word jokes, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
You're smart. And
I
capable.
know. I'm good at this stuff. I kind of want to see foreign guy not push the lane so much and give a little bit of space so that the Rakan can kind of get in on this Jigs before the sums are all back up. I don't think we're gonna see that so much. They are getting a little bit of a spacing advantage though, which can help get a farm lead.
Does get that tower shot off on him as well. Dyslexic chilling in that tri-bush right now, looking for something onto Naughty and Arcadius, but it's just gonna back. Uh-oh, Zebra's here too. They're actually gonna spot him with the sweeper, and they do.
Ooh.
Might be a little bit of a tango in there. It does take two. If you're playing at home, go for it.
Yeah.
And if you're not playing at home, Mighty's gonna explain the rules while I take a sip of mine.
Yeah, so it takes two to tango. It means that if somebody's tangoing, you tango as well.
Yeah, if you got a nice cold coriander over at your place, now's the time to take a nice big swig.
We also use it as a way to pass the reins for people. It's like a nice little friendly way of saying, hey,
Yeah.
jump in.
Jump in. Come on in. The water's filled
We'll
with
see
beer.
this-
And
oh,
talk
here we
about
go.
jumping in. Double lift goes all the way in. Not Ruffian, but just a little bit of a tease. Ruffian getting some good damage back.
Sammy 2 Slap said something funny in chat. I prefer to do my tequila shots by myself.
It's a dark, weird thing for a surgeon to say.
Yeah.
Do you do one before you do surgery to steady the hand?
Does that work? You just grab the
That
worm
can't
out
be
and eat
legal.
it.
That can't be legal.
I'm liking how foreign guy and 100T double lift played it down there though, letting them push the wave in and actually kind of setting it up so that they can shove back, and they've got a pretty sizable farm advantage, whole 11 CS off of that. So definitely kind of what we were hoping to see, and they did pull it off.
Yep. Jarvan
How's the rest
is
of the map?
invading right now if you're looking at the mini map.
Yeah, I think there could also be diving mid's kind of hard with Seraphine here, but
Yeah, but
that is one of those angles that Jarvan can play where you have the overwall stuff, kind of like Rek'Sai can, you know?
I actually can't wait for the build recommendations on this Victor. He's backing. What should he buy? What should he buy?
definitely. Can we agree lost chapter item chat, or is that too much? Oh, there it is. I don't know if that's correct. What do you think?
No, he's already wrong just by buying it. They're going in down again in the bot lane. Another Ignite dropped onto Arcadius this time.
Yeah, I think it looks a lot better for them if it goes on Arcadius. Like for Ruffian and Arcadius, they kind of prefer not having Jinx like perma CC'd and unable to DPS.
First strike is going to go over to Naughty Narwhals. It's picked up right there. Tinfoil Hatman. Thank you for being the newest investor in the BLCS. Go on. Make your way up to Vermont. We've got a Denny's up there. Southern part of the state. You can go around back to the dumpster. Knock on it 3 times in this exact cadence. Okay? Todd's going to come out. Todd's going to let you in. Free pancakes for life and a front row seat to LBLCS games.
The really funny thing is nothing came out when you were knocking.
Well, that's the secret of the 3 knocks.
It's perfect. We are going to see Double Lift here posturing a little bit. Hopefully getting an angle onto Ruffian in that bot side. But on the top lane, hard to miss the counter strike. Probably just going to back away. Has a huge wave backing him up, though. Can take pretty much whatever trade he wants.
Dyslexic and Zebra, both here. Zebra's not in the bush. Dyslexic actually can see him.
Yeah, maybe this is what Zebra wants, though. It's one of those, you know, that's a guy with a lot of thinking going on in his brain and
well,
stuff.
they don't know. But it is level 6 Wukong right there, and they're going to push this wave up, and it might actually be an angle. Arcadius walking a little bit close to the bush right now. He stopped his back right here. They're hitting foreign guy. Oh, Dyslexic wants it now. He drops the shield on himself, and the traps come out, so they won't go for it.
I was going to say, the pink in the tri-brush is making it so Zebra can kind of, like, not be there, but still be there in their minds, because he did show.
Yep, he showed out front, so they were like, oh, maybe he is in that bush. Now they've scared Wukong away. Now, this is an opportunity to go in, but we only have 2 level 6s. Oh, there's a 6 for Arcadius right there. That's going to be massive.
Yeah, we'll see if Zebra looks for the angle. Can't really make it through into the lane without being spotted out by these minions. So
yeah, actually, look, might go for the Flag and Dragon right now. They're both in a really good spot, and he does. He's able to land it onto Zaya, but here comes Double Lift back into the fight. Foreign guy dropping a little bit lower. There goes the ultimate out of Zaya. Can't you pull back the feathers? Huge ultimates. Gonna root up Arcadius, who has the flash away, but does go down in the end. Naughty Ruffian trying to follow him. Does lay down the traps, but doesn't grab anybody. The Flag and Drag from Zebra is going to be enough to try to finish him off. Double Lift trying to go over the wall and does hop there with their W. They're going to stay safe, and it's a 1-for-1.
Really strong play in the 1v2 from Dirty Rax Xfinity in the bot lane. And 1-for-1 is kind of the dream. I mean, and the kill doesn't even go to Ruffian.
Right.
Straight up just on Zebra. So that's a win, I would say, for the Dirty Rats.
That is a win. That is absolutely a win because Wukong was able to do other things in that time. I don't know if the allocation of the kills is as important right now.
I think it is, but no boots, interestingly, for foreign guy. I don't know if
Wukong gets to get this Herald basically without, like, this is the trade, right? They get the kill onto Zaya, which is good. Kill onto J4 could also still be good. Like, if Lulu got it, I feel like the allocation would matter a lot. Okay, Zebra up here in the top lane, though. Flag and Drag
Zebra finds the clone only.
Does find the clone. Luckily, not a clone of Mighty Fool.
One of the many. Nice, does get the word as well. And Zebra going for what looks like a tankier build with the, what's that thing called? Ore Drinker?
Looks like they could be going that route. That's a very clear possibility.
I've seen a lot of these Eclipse, like, lethality style builds for Jarvan.
Yep.
So with that kill allocated to him, going to be opting for a little bit of a tankier route. But I do like this. They have a Jinx, you know, they have a lot of supportive characters. And I think having that front line is going to be really, really important to their success.
Well, Seraphine Lulu is going to become really difficult to get through.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a big, big problem. And if you have kind of like a drain tanky build, that means you are doing a lot of damage up front as well. So the heal cutting needs to come out at some point from these guys. I'm not sure who's going to be purchasing it and when, but we need to see it, I think, in the first 20 minutes.
Oh, we get a little bit of a trade here? Nah. This is one of those lanes where you think something's going to happen, and then Tom Kench just gets like 300 HP back.
He's just hanging out with the plated steel caps.
The heel cut. I mean, I know chat.
Zebra's here in the mid lane actually right now. Victor might be in some trouble. Does get slowed a bit. There comes the ultimate. Nice flash away, but here comes the flag and drag. He was able to hold on to it. He drops the ultimate as well, but the ultimate on the boss guy might be enough to finish him off. He can't flash away from it. Zebra's gonna trade for a kill again. He gets his second of the game, but a kill on a Victor is big.
Yeah, and honestly, Zebra just being plagued with some bad luck on these gangs. Unfortunately, that gets turned around as well. You see, Tartan has him low now, but it's dicey. Real dicey.
Uh-oh. Tartan might be in trouble, and there's Slampus.
Slampus kind of baited that. That was sick.
Slampus kind of slaps it, man. He's kind of nuts.
Yeah, with this big long tongue. Guy's crazy.
Big Herald down here in the bot lane trying to finish off this tower. They do have people in the area, but they should be able to kill it. Nice ultimate here as well. Is going to knock him up. He might go down. Flag and drag doesn't work. And Dyslexic IR is going to pick up the kill on the Zebra.
It's big, man. That's turret. That's a kill onto Zebra, who is the most fed member of the Naughty Narwhals. And Dragon's up, so they're probably just picking that up for free too.
Praetorian, thank you for the sub, my dude. He says, I can't decide if I want to cheer Ruffian on, or if I want to jump in on an expedition to hunt Narwhal. I like that. Go for it. Narwhals, that's a big kill, you know. Peaceful animal, not gonna hurt you, but you know, looks cool on a mantle.
Lot of meat.
Lot of meat on that one. Lot of meat.
Yeah. We do see the Rylai's already being picked up for boss guy in the mid lane. This is a surprisingly big pickup because it means that your E doesn't need to be double stacked up to actually get a root.
True.
One E with the slow is enough. So you can put more double Qs out instead.
Yeah, look for those double Qs.
Yeah, I mean, we're relying, I think if we're a Narwhal fan, we're relying on these big team fights at this point because the lead is starting to balloon up just a little bit for Dirty Rats.
It's a solid 3.2k gold lead, right? Like,
yeah, and I also think they have like probably slightly better early game. You know, I think Wukong gets a little bit the better of the jungle matchup. Although so far Zebra's been very, very proactive on the map with the ganks.
Zebra has been,
see.
but they haven't. I think that if they can turn them into something a little bit more without trading, this is a very different game. They just haven't been able to do that. The response in the individual play out of DRX has been so solid. I mean, Victor in the mid lane was nuts. Honestly, 100 Thieves double lift is crazy. I can't believe he's playing in the LBLCS right now. He's been absolutely crazy on the recon.
Yeah, crushing it. That tower dive, especially on that last play on bottom when they grabbed the turret, really clean execution. Didn't give Zebra a chance to get out at all. Now we've seen them make this adaptation. They're swapping Slampus down to the bottom side into the 1v2. And I think this is just going to be better for them here as well. Because Tarded was doing basically a free farm matchup before, and now might struggle a little bit.
Yeah, this is pretty tough for him. He really can't get in there safely. He's going to take more damage. He has to drop the counter strike. He just wanted the 90 gold from the... And it was only 84. It wasn't even a full 90.
Yeah, not even close.
Not even worth it.
So this looks pretty good. Solid macro decision, and they have brought Wukong up as well. Oh,
Yes.
He didn't see that.
No, Zebra has to flag and drag out of there. Does have people right around the corner, though. Naughty Ruffian showing that he's there. Double lift is inside of there. They're going to find anything
Zebra
onto him.
didn't
Actually, a really nice grab right there. Can they try to capitalize on it at all? They're actually hitting the clone right now. There's 4 right here.
I was near disaster there. Really crazy play from Boss Guy over the wall.
Yeah.
And I think he had vision, but it was still like max range.
Tensions were building.
And we do see next Herald is going to be spawning in about 15 seconds here. I think Naughty Narwhals are positioning to contest this. Zebra is just very aggressively positioning up here, acting like the whole team is behind. I don't really think they were, as Ruffian is still in the top lane.
Yeah, Ruffian in the top lane, putting a bigger wave up against a smaller one too, though, so that will push until Xayah gets up there and clears it. Down in the bot lane, you got the top laners again matching up. And they're just going to fight over this Herald because we've got a whole minute 50 before Dragon.
Yeah, and I kind of like how Naughty Narwhals is playing this. They're trying to make it... Oh,
Dyslexic might be looking for something. Maybe just trying to pull them out of position. Double lift goes for the knockup. Can't find it. They're testing
trying
the
to make it so... Yeah, Narwhals, I don't think even really want to fight this. They keep putting Ruffian in the side lane. They keep trying to get that farm. But they're trying to make it so that it's harder, a little bit harder, to get that free Herald pickup for the Dirty Rats.
And those little tiny skirmishes, because you have Lulu, because you have Seraphine, because it's Gore Drinker J4, he's able to go in, do a little bit of trading, basically not lose any health because he's able to Gore Drinker, then get shield, it doesn't matter. And now they're on Herald, actually.
Okay.
No teleport for Tarded, though.
Double if not here yet, though. Critically, the big engage. Missing. Did they get it? I think they got it.
Oh, they're going in right now. The Flying Dragon is able to find out a foreign guy, but just like in the back line, ulting everybody. Foreign guy absolutely chewing through this front line right here. They don't have enough damage. There comes the Cataclysm out of J4. Naughty Ruffian can be the next one to go down. He can't find foreign guy in time. It's a 2 for 0 so far. Arcadius running for the hills. Dyslexic trying to chase him down. Monkey on the Lulu. Can he find him? Boss guy's out of mana. Boss guy cannot help right now. He's going to get knocked up, and that's a 3 for 0.
And you know what? They didn't even pick up the Herald. It's still sitting there over in the pit. Unclaimed.
True, and it will not end up being claimed. It is gone.
Yeah. So I think Zebra won the smite, probably. We didn't really see it.
It went down to 24. I was zoomed up. I was zoomed back enough. It went to 24, and then it was immediately smited again.
Nice, okay. That's close.
So it was very, very close. It's bacon. It's bacon. Welcome to the LBLCS. I think the person...
There's a lot of good names in chat today.
Now, there's 2 ways to read that. It's Bacon, right?
Yeah.
It might be Bacon, like Bacon. Like, oh my god, is Bacon here?
Like California Surfer Dude style.
Yeah, with a little bit of a white girl twist.
Yeah,
Right.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Victor might be in some trouble right now. Tardy gonna go in. Does hit the counter strike. A lot of damage on a Dyslexic Super Mega Death Rocket's gonna help it out. Tardy gets the kill. But here comes Tom Kench with the other support, and they are doing so much damage. Massive flag and drag into the back line is not gonna be enough because foreign guy is gonna take him down. Tardy's gonna get the counter strike stun. It is not gonna be enough. They can't finish him off. It's absolutely crazy. Slampus has taken enough damage for the whole world. And a nice go in right there by Double Lip. Can they finish him off? Slampus just in that back line. They're trying to get the shields. They do. Ruffian absolutely popping off. It's a 2 for 2. Both top laners and junglers falling in this fight, but is Dragon gettable?
I don't know. Ruffian was less than 400 HP that entire fight. Guy won't die.
Guy won't die.
That's absolutely insane. He doesn't have the ultimate here, so it's a little bit safer to try to take this, but I really don't think that the Dirty Rats are going to go for it.
Zebra is up and on his way. Dyslexic also en route down in the bot lane right now. Here comes the teleport. Looks like it is Victor coming into this. This should give them a damage to really start it and make it a threat. They're going to pull it out. There's no vision right now for these guys, but the flag over the wall could be enough. And here comes another teleport as well. Tarded trying to come in. Here's a second teleport to follow it up. They've got vision now. This is actually really scary for both teams right here. Is it worth going in for? I think they're saying it is, but it's going to go for the red team. Now a massive ultimate out of Seraphine's going to hit on the 2 of them. They're trying to find enough damage to figure it out, and they might be able to finish off Victor right now. He drops to about 100 health. He's going low, but Zebra's the first one to fall. Can they find him? Super Mega Death Rocket with field goal is good, and they are not going to find anybody in this one right now. Foreign guy, really nice ultimate to stay safe for a little bit longer as Double Lift now becomes the target. Foreign guy back in there, over the wall from the blast cone. Dyslexic finds a kill. Can they trade one back onto him? The counter strike's going to keep him alive for a little bit longer, and Tarded's gonna pick up that kill right there. They find the next one. Seraphine's gonna find it onto Zaya. Slampus into the back line. Tarded dropping that counter strike once again. 2 people onto Boss Guy. Could be a real problem for him. He's trying to get it far enough away, and it looks like he is. Crazy. Double Lift goes golden. Stays alive for a little bit longer. Can they finish him? They do. Counter strike now being dropped. If he gets the stun, he doesn't. Now Boss Guy's in trouble because Victor's gonna try to run him down. If they find it, the E is going to connect. They're looking for a little bit more, but it's just the mid laners that stay alive in this one.
That was insanely close. I really thought Tarded had the cleanup right there. What was that? Was that actually a triple for Tarded in that fight?
Tarded went berserk, dude. Like, actually straight up berserk in that fight. I thought, so we've seen 2 fights around the Dragon Pit. Fight 1, Ruffian had 400 health the whole time, and he got a bunch of kills. Fight 2, or he did a bunch of stuff. Fight 2, Tarded had 400 health the whole freaking time, dude. Counter strike went in, got the stuns, popped up, ran back away, got healed by Seraphine, went back in. Absolutely crazy stuff out of him. Good use of the corrupting pots.
Yeah, I mean, props to the Dirty Rats for cleaning that one up and getting the dragon, but what a nail-biter of a fight for them. And I really thought they had it in hand. They've had a good, sizable lead this whole time. That second time around, Rakan and Wukong ult, I think, were both available. And still a massive fight from the Naughty Narwhals. I'm worried about what's going to happen when Ruffian gets some more items on that Jinx. I mean, this comp is tailored to exactly that kind of fight. And he wasn't exactly chunking anybody with those autos in that fight, still doing a ton of damage.
A lot of damage. That Victor does a lot of. Hey, chat, how bad is this Victor build?
It's terrible, let's be honest.
Chat always says
It's so bad.
You're bad, no matter what it is.
What I was going to say, earlier we were looking at it, who's going to buy the heal cut? Probably should be Victor, right?
Oh, God.
Game's over.
Game's
you don't
over.
have
Game's
it.
over.
I seriously do believe that, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. I mean, if he buys it, I'm probably wrong, but...
Well, if he buys it, he's wrong for buying it. I agree.
Yeah, and I'll just change my mind conveniently. Yeah, I like that. I like that narrative. That's good.
This game is actually pretty even right now.
It's very close. I think
it's tilting in the
scaling
favor
is
of
hard to
DRX, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. How these team fights are going to start playing out is going to get really difficult if they don't have that heal cutting, I think.
It is, yeah. And I think as well, the split push should be in the advantage of the Naughty Narwhals as well, with that Jax.
Mm-hmm.
So 4-1 might be a problem later in the game.
Boss guy. Looking for something.
We do see exactly what I'm talking about as well. Tarded is just sitting bot with TP, and they're having to send Higaris to match them, which I don't think is really what they want. It will be a farm lane for the Victor, though, and I guess that's not so bad. We'll see what he buys, actually. He's going back. Probably has enough money. Let's check that. Oh, yeah. Spent a bunch of it. Completing Shadow Flame. No heal cut. What do you think, chat? Tear them apart.
They know they're all in there. They see it. Zebra might be in trouble. He's going to use the blast cone to get further away. And
That was kind of a close call.
yeah, it could have been. I think he felt safe, but he didn't
I
know
almost
they
feel like
knew.
Wukong ult. Yeah.
He didn't know they knew. They were both teams were sweeping right there. Both teams had the intel.
Another friend.
I'll say Zebra's been doing this a lot this game. Just like playing like his entire team is 2 feet away from him.
Yeah.
And he can do whatever he wants. Which sometimes is true. But a few of these times I was worried.
I think and we talked about both bombing and boosting Ruffian right here, but I think it's time to really start doing it, because here's what I'm thinking. If I'm Arcadius or I'm Boss Guy, I'm thinking, I've won the LBLCS before, and I know for a fact that Ruffian is a loose cannon. He is a dog, and we got to keep him on a really tight leash. Because if this guy gets off his leash, it's gonna mean one of two things: one, we lose the game, or two, a very small percentage, he legit solo carries this whole thing. Could happen. I've seen it happen before by Ruffian. But I'm like, if I'm Arcadius, I'm like, here, boy, do not go far.
Now listen. I know what you're saying, but look at Ruffian's build. He's close to completing a couple of items, looks like.
Yeah.
And, you know, might be down about 50 CS, but I think he's really getting there, and the team should start funneling a lot more of that gold over. Hopefully in this fight gets a few kills. See what happens.
They actually do see it right now that he is being started. Zebra has that flag and drag. Could decide to go in. Victor looking for the poke. So is Seraphine. Both mid laners. The Dragon's resetting. And the dance continues. And they're throwing spells. And Jack slaps the dragon to show him something. But now looks like they're going into the Counter-Strike's going to hit onto Tom Kench. Can they force these guys out of here? But a huge ultimate.
Here's the big
Oh my god, Seraphine matches it right back. But Tardin might already go down. He drops the Counter-Strike, does die in the end. It's already 2 down for the side. DRX absolutely cleaning these guys up. But Naughty Ruffian getting back and back and back. Gets eaten.
Oh, he's
Slampus picks the right target. Drops it into his team. Boss Guy running for the hills. And DRX are cleaning up.
Yeah, really, really good team fight. I was worried with that big engage with the Seraphine ult on top, but such a well-played fight. And I think Double If just finding the angle, getting the right targets with the charm, with the knock-up at the start, keeps that backline a lot safer.
Absolutely. Yeah, if that Seraphine ult comes out first, that's a different... I think this becomes like an old Western, like, duel of...
Yeah.
You need to take
The
your
paces.
steps, you need to take your paces, but then you have to be the first one to fire. If you're not the first one to fire, you're going to get shot first, and it's going to be a problem. Super Mega Death Rocket going in. Is it going to connect? It does! Are you kidding me? Get out of town! Get out of town!
Hey, that's my boy.
That's
hey. Silence the haters. That's right, bud. Come on.
Holy
A legend.
Shit. Remember when I said there's that little percent chance if it gets off, the hound is loose? Who let the dogs out? Arcadius did, and the dog is Ruffian. He is running loose on these guys, man.
And that one came with an objective bounty, all right? That was a big one right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to make up a little bit of the gold. It looks like Ruffian struggling to get enough for that Infinity Edge. But it's on its way, and I'm hoping to see a little bit more of this gold getting funneled toward Ruffian. I know a lot of it's going to Boss Guy right now. It's kind of hard to put this Seraphine in a side lane.
Sorry,
but I'd like
in
to
my
see
head,
Ruffian just get raid on
in my head, I'm just playing it back. He just did that.
the Baron, yeah. I mean, unbelievable.
The game is completely changed. Not like a little bit, like so much. Like Tartan is able to just split push right now. They can actually just siege with the kind of comp that they have in the middle where they want it, keep Jarvan off to the side.
On top of the actual mechanics of it, you got to think both teams psychologically are doing exactly what we did. No way in both senses of the term. They're just like, you know, that totally changes the mental state of a team.
You're down 8-18
when you have something like that.
Your Jinx spawns and is like, guys, I'm ulting. And you're like, okay. And just straight up objective bounty and takes Baron from base.
Yeah, and if anybody was down on themselves or worried about the game, this can be the total mental comeback, like the total
that's the shift
that you need.
That is 100% the shift. We see the itemization out of Jax to be able to deal with this Victor with that Hex Drinker being bought is now itemizing into the Chain Vest though. So
yeah, I like just the Hex Drinker. Or what's it even? Is it called Hex Drinker? Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't built that item in forever. I like just building that though. The completed item I don't think is as value.
Right.
And then going into something else that's maybe a little bit more team fight oriented.
Picks up another
Makes
turret.
A lot of sense.
Using that Baron effectively grabs a turret out of it. And they grab the bot lane turret because Dragon is what they need to stop. Their on-soul point over here. Cannot forget about these guys. They have been the problem all game. There's been a blip. There's a super mega death rocket blip that occurred.
You know what has been a problem all game that has been forgotten about? Healing. There's only one heal cut item for the side of the Dirty Rats. Yep. And I don't know if it's the most effective one you could have here.
This is a fucking crazy game right now.
This is insane. I was skeptical of Boss Guy's itemization here with the Roa instead of like a Liandry's, which I think is more typical for the mid Seraphine. But it's grown on me a lot. I mean, the damage output in these fights, there's just a lot of AP. These Qs are hitting like crazy. You know, you don't need to rely on the burn necessarily.
And you have some magic damage out of Jax and a very small amount out of Lulu, but if you don't have enough, it can be a real problem. So it really does need to make sure that it's hitting them.
What I've noticed as well is you've got that survivability built up with that Seraphs and the Roa and the Rylai's. Now you've got a somewhat tanky Boss Guy mid.
Some pinks coming out. This Dragon setup is becoming more and more serious, especially out of DRX. But Victor's in the mid lane. Super important.
That IE is done on the Jinx. That's a 2-item Jinx now. Should start hitting at least the squishies a lot harder. It's going to be a little bit less pronounced without that Lord Dominic's against like Tom Kench. Yeah. Oh, Arcadius might be in a tough spot. Okay, dodges out of that.
Double lift, trying to clear everything. They've got him in this little choke point, which is really dangerous. The Seraphine ult comes out. Double lift, trying to help everybody. A massive cyclone out of Wukong's gonna knock them all up. The flag and drag just to be protected right there. A nice ultimate's gonna keep them safe a little bit longer. The damage is not in the fight yet. The damage is just getting there now, and they're able to chew through the front line so quickly. But two are already down. They're looking for foreign guy. Can they find it? They do. He's out of there. It's a 4-for-0, and the game has flipped on its head. Naughty Narwhals are gonna take this Drake.
It's such a well-played fight. They kite back, and it's just so difficult for that backline of the Dirty Rats to follow up, because at any point that Seraphine ult is going to run that whole line into the jungle choke point. Really well played from the Naughty Narwhals to kite away in the correct direction to line up a Seraphine ult.
Yeah.
Very, very smart. And we do see Victor still alive, gonna offer that wave clear. No Baron available just yet. Oh boy.
Does get the stun on all three, which means he stays alive for a little bit longer, can continue to clear. But if he did not, that flag and drag would have made sure he goes down. He has to flash away. Cataclysm comes out. They're looking for it. Zebra has to run for the hills, trying to stay alive for a little bit longer. He is going to live. So is everybody else.
The 800 HP of shields absolutely saved Zebra's life just then.
Yep. 100%.
That was insane. And we're looking at that whole time. Tard is just killing minions in bot lane, having a good old time. And this is going to become a bigger and bigger problem as more of these items get built up for the Jax. I think that just gets worse and worse for Slampus. We saw Slampus getting a solo kill in lane phase. The tricky play under the turret, you know, able to eat Tarded and take him in. I think that time has passed. I think we're in the rough zone now in that matchup.
I agree. He's also like got 100 more CS.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I mean, we saw the same thing with foreign guy.
He's got like 5K more than him.
Yeah, it's kind of petered off for the bottom lane, but not so much in the top lane.
Yeah. Pretty healthy
You
gold
see a setup-
advantages across the board, actually, except for the top lane.
And still, I mean, it's only a 1K difference for the teams.
Yeah.
They are setting up around this Baron. Still have Tarded with TP on the bottom side. Gonna go mid and clean that up first, which I actually really like. This is very smart macro. We were commending the Dirty Rats on their macro earlier, but Narwhals are no slouches. You know, they're cleaning up the waves.
Yeah, they're
Looks like
looking
they're gonna
better
rotate
and
up.
better. Actually, that uh-oh. Dyslexic might be getting a little bit deep right there.
Yeah, it looks like a handshake. They're gonna get out on either end.
Yeah, both junglers trading spots and then realizing, wait, I don't want to lose my life.
Yeah, the whole team can hit me. I'm going to run now.
Turning back. They're on the Baron this time. Now, the last time Baron was started up, it was stolen by Naughty Ruffian from afar.
Okay. We got a little bit of a flank coming from Tarded on the back of this fight.
Tarded is right there next to Foreign Guy. Here comes the counter. Oh, strike. It's not going to connect, but a nice ultimate's going to keep them safe a little bit longer. Cyclone into the back line. A lot of damage going on to those carriers right now. Zebra trying to keep them safe. Is he going to drop anything? The second Cyclone's going to be enough, and they can't get the Cataclysm off in time. They're able to pick one up, though. Junglers both dead right now. Can they find anybody else? Yes, they can. It's another one that's going to fall.
Ruffian.
Tom Kench going down. A huge E-pole. Oh. The feathers getting absolutely ripped into Ruffian. Foreign Guy picks up another kill.
I want to say it, right or not, Kigiris is doing a lot of damage with that build.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a very high damage. That is a build that is saying, I'm going to hit you once or twice and you're going to die.
Yeah, especially if you haven't built magic resist, like,
yeah,
it's over for you.
A lot of damage, though. Arcadius, I'm getting a little...
This is what I'm talking about. Boss guy really does some damage here, too.
Yeah, and they're looking for something. They actually don't find it right there. Really good fancy feet. The blue suede shoes. And of Kagiris.
Rewarded with the Baron. It is getting evened up a little bit on the Drakes. That's probably going to be a big priority coming up here real quick. It will be Soul for the Dirty Rats if they manage to pick it up. But this has been time and time again a good place for the Naughty Narwhals to fight. So they have their ultimates coming back up. They're all ready to go. I kind of think this showdown here in the bottom side at this dragon gonna determine the game. Straight up.
Yeah. It should, right? On paper, it should. We've seen a couple fights, though, where they've traded 4 for 4 or 3 for 3, or they've been really even, and then they're backing up and they have to fight again. We could see another fight where it looks like it's going to be the last fight, but it's actually just a reset for the next fight.
Ooh, Arcadia's taking a big chunk. Yeah, I mean... There's a chance that they kind of play it back and forth. Maybe a few people go down and they respectfully part ways.
Yep.
But I'm ready for the bloodbath.
I
want to see straight murder in the streets here of Summoner's Rift.
Gold is extremely even for this stage of the game, and they've actually isolated them without Victor. Here comes Tarded looking for the counter-strike. He's not going to actually land it. Double lift going in, but taking so much damage. He might actually go down very early in this one. A massive ultimate's going to connect onto the right people. It looks like they're going to pick him up. Both bot laners are dead. Oh my god, Zaya's already out of the fight. A huge cataclysm is going to lock them all up. Dyslexic's the next one to fall. And all of a sudden, DRX is falling by the wayside.
Oh, a little overzealous from 100T double lift there. Doesn't have the Victor, and that much DPS missing is a huge problem. Looked decent on the start. They managed to escape the initial engage. The turnaround was not what they wanted, and that's going to even the Drakes up. No soul on the table. Now it's really anyone's game.
Seraphine guy 3. Good point, Praetorian.
Absolutely true.
Good point.
Can they? How much can they get off this? Probably just in him. There's
Victor
Baron
having
still available.
Baron is pretty massive. It makes it so annoying for them.
Yeah, I'm watching not boss guy Ruffian hit these minions. and just take like 4 autos with the 3 crit item chinks to kill one. That's painful. I do like where foreign guy's at in the build though. Already got the quick blades and LDR done.
Yep.
And now it really doesn't matter if Zebra gets a lot tankier because you've got LDR, you've already got your main like core damage items. You're probably gonna opt for Bloodthirster last. We've seen that quite a lot. And overall, just you know, well-rounded, finished-out build, pretty far ahead of Ruffian still. But Ruffian on that Jinx, I mean, that Jinx late game doing so much damage, kind of making it look like it doesn't matter.
And I think that like old Western narrative is becoming more and more true, right? We saw them isolate Victor just for a moment, and they did decide to pull the trigger. And they pulled the trigger, and they got so many kills so quickly because they didn't have that Victor threat, that output. When you have Victor throwing spells, you have a lower DPS out of Narwhals because they're spending time repositioning in those fights. And Jinx having to reposition 4 or 5 times means there's 6 less auto attacks. So
it's the power of the circles.
It is the power of the circles, and he's got a lot of circles.
He throws 1 or 2 circles down, maybe a line or 2, and it's like, you know, you don't want to stand in them.
Get out of the circle.
You just can't. Yeah, you gotta get out of the circle. So we have seen some fancy feat from Ruffian and Kagirus in particular this game.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna matter a lot in these last couple fights.
Oh, they're actually looking for something in both sides of the map right now. Some damage coming out, but Tarded getting 2v1'd, getting 3v1'd, and is going to go down. Over on the other side, they were unable to capitalize on the numbers advantage. And
that's
both
big. Kagirus needs to back, though.
Yeah, Kagirus does need to back. Now, unfortunately, that was just a pick. And the only thing that's going to result in is a vision pressure. Because now you don't have Tarded. You're going to lose a little bit of the wave advantage that you were creating for yourself in that moment. And they have 5 as a team. They can push toward the certain areas that they want. Baron up in 135. Dragon up in 220.
Yeah, if you're Naughty Narwhals, you're very fortunate here. This is exactly when you want Tarded to die in a side lane.
Yep.
Because there's no objective on the map. And
right.
You can just sacrifice a little vision control. And he's going to have time to get back to that side lane before there is one. So, a minute 20 on Baron. He's going to be down for another 15 seconds. That means that he has a little bit of time to get to the lane, still has TP available, and then rejoin the fight once you push that lane up just a little bit. We do see the setup early on this objective, though, for the Dirty Rats, and I love to see this team's getting there around about a minute beforehand to get that control. This, once again, high-level macro stuff. Most of you guys at Gold, you don't even think about objectives till they spawn. These guys are there a whole minute before they're ready.
I don't even know objectives exist until they've been on the map for a minute.
Yeah, like one of my teammates has to ping him, and then I'm like,
oh
yeah,
hold up, I can't see any of the enemies. They must be at the objective.
Yeah.
That's how I play.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm a jungler this season. It's going to be rough.
That is going to be rough. I'm sorry for your team.
I know. Me too. I don't know how I roped him into this, to be honest.
313, 14, 15 CS on that Jax right now.
Yeah, that's ballooning up pretty seriously. And I think we have gotten a little bit more of that other side where foreign guy is capped out on items, to be fair. But back up to like 100 CS advantage as well.
Yeah.
And so it's equalizing, but not too much. It's still probably more important that the Jax has this huge extra bunch of items. Does he still really have corrupting potion? My eyes deceive me.
He does.
Why?
They're starting up the Baron. Could be dangerous. They're backing up right now. They're actually just trying to pull them into a position where they might be able to fight. They might be. Oh, Jax actually walking through the mid lane right now, going to get a little bit of a lead. They could look to pinch him, or they could look to pinch with him.
I kind of like this, though. You get the wave pressured from Jax, and still has the TP to rejoin on the other side if needed.
You're waiting for someone to misplay or misstep because you have the eastern front and the western front right now. And you're trying to decide which one do you want to go for. They're going to go for the soul right now. They're actually making their way to it since it has spawned, but Baron has already been... If Naughty Ruffian drops Super Mega Death Rocket to steal this dragon, I'm going to lose my mind, and there it is. It's going right to the dragon. Is it going to grab the dragon? No,
not even close.
That would have been nuts.
I like this, though. I like this for the Narwhals because I don't think Ocean Soul is going to make or break things here. But this Baron, after a one team fight, will absolutely end the game. And that's exactly what they're going for. They're going to start pressuring on this top side. They have the Jax pushing in mid with TP.
The team that would rather have Baron, that has this siege count that can use it better, has it. Which is why this is really important that they got it.
We'll see if Victor is able to just wave clear this off. It's going to be tough. The Baron is definitely making things harder. You see a little bit of space being given. Jax getting the pressure in the mid lane, though. This is critical because if Jax is able to put pressure and beat up on the Kench without getting any repercussions, they're just going to win it somewhere else.
Some damage coming out.
Looking.
The poke is real, but the Cyclone gets found. They're going to find every single target they want, but Double Lift now getting super low. A nice ultimate out of Seraphim's going to catch on to 3. Oh my god, the Cataclysm's going to find the rest of them. Traps are down, and bye-bye Xayah. She does drop the ultimate in time to stay alive for a little longer. Super Mega Death Rock, it's not going to knock. She actually stays alive. Jinx trying to follow it up. Can they find it? Kagiri's getting all the way away, but does get hit by the Flag and Drag. Gets killed in the end. He gets hopped on Pop right there, but Slampus trying to walk away. They're going to die as well. And now it's Naughty Narwhal's game.
Beautiful team fight. Really, really strong play. And it looked a little rough for Ruffian, but nothing to worry about. Foreign guy trying to put some DPS down, but I don't think there's anything you can do to save this. Ruffian going to go show him what's what. Gets the final kill. Ace and the Nexus.
From the window to the Narwhals to the sweat drop down Ruffian, it has been a heck of game one. An absolutely banger game one.
That was honestly very clean from both teams. Like there was not a whole lot separating the two of them.
No. That was down to the wire, and it became about those team fights and how they were orchestrated. But look at the damage. Look at that damage. We're gonna take a peek at the chart.
Yeah, Victor definitely dished it, but at the end of the day, Jinx is the damage king or queen, I guess. But you know, those late game team fights completely dominated by that Jinx.
Yeah, Victor doing so much damage on their team in their half of it, just absolutely crazy numbers.
Yeah, and I think what sells it for me is when you give the Narwhals a comp that can team fight like that, they absolutely proved that they're going to execute. So if you're asking me, and I know you're not, but you're probably thinking it, you know, what do I do if I'm the Dirty Rats?
Hold up.
Moving into the next game?
Mighty Fool, what do you do if you're the Dirty Rats going into the next game?
I knew you were thinking it. I knew it. I'm banning Seraphine, dude.
Taking it out.
Seraphine guy 3 needs to stop. Okay?
Yeah.
That every single fight that the Narwhals won, I'm going to say it, on the back of a huge Seraphine ult. And it wasn't the only thing.
Right.
To be fair.
But it was a massive piece of the puzzle that had to be there for everything else to be connected. It was the centerpiece.
Yeah, it's like crust on a pie, you know? It's not the thing everybody's talking about. But my God, is it not a pie if you don't have crust?
But if it wasn't there, just turn to soup. Like it would just, you know.
Yeah, you've got jelly or soup or something. It's just not the same thing.
Bad metaphor, but you get it.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Shit metaphor, but you understand what we're saying.
I wasn't asking, okay?
They should be gearing up for the next one in just a moment here.
Oh, well, you need to pay this out, actually. Didn't we just
I do need to pay this out. I do need to pay this out. So let me just show you Naughty Narwhals who took game one. Throw their roster back on up there as I do the payouts for all
I just got rinsed by chat, man.
So did I.
What was there? 160K or something on 170K almost on the Narwhals. And I thought, you know, maybe there's a little something in there for me.
I did the same thing. I was like, I would love to have more than 1,000 Schmeckles.
Yo, I put in 1,200, which is as much as I normally have. Right. But after the other day, you know, I still got a little 10K in the bank.
Choose outcome. Naughty Narwhals won.
Yeah. Don't mess it up. Wink. You know.
Wink, wink. Oh no, I have so many Schmeckles now. Oops. Let's
hope nobody reports on it or makes a documentary.
First time chatter during the game, right? Like just before the Baron steal, SVS was a first time chatter in chat goes, oh no, my schmeckles or my schmeckles, no. And then like 10 seconds later, Baron gets stolen and the whole game gets saved by just momentum. So maybe next time you think you're going to lose schmeckles, just type how worried you are. Because Ruffian might pull through.
How much, by the way, did that change the game? Like, oh my God.
Absolutely nuts, dude.
That was an 180 turnaround for the rest of the game. We'll see the recovery here. This is what really tries teams in this league.
Yeah.
Is when you have a game like that, you got to bounce back, you know? And I believe in the Dirty Rats. I mean, we saw some really, really good stuff, and they were fighters till the end, you know? But sometimes it's very hard to find those moments, those engages, you know? That last fight, Doublelift really struggling to get onto Ruffian. Mm-hmm. When he did, is unkillable. There's just Seraphine. There's Lulu. There's everything blocking the space to get your DPS up there. This big Seraphine ult rolling through, you know? And I think this next draft is really going to determine a lot of what tools they're going to change, what they're going to take away from the other side.
What side do you take? Loser gets to choose. So what side do you take if you're on the side?
I think, honestly, if they want the red side for that top counter, it's going to make a lot of sense to me. I don't know if I would change that up, especially considering what Naughty Narwhals took in their first round. They just took Jarvan, which, you know, maybe it's a contested pick, but it doesn't feel to me like it's this hyper S tier jungle pick that you have to have.
Sure.
So unless you have something in mind for first pick, I would definitely keep that red side in order to, you know, fight back against the fight back against the monster that Tardit is. Really.
Yeah, he's a beast. I think the Tahm Kench was good in lane.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely a good fight up there, but
made good choices in team fights.
Yeah, you just can't ban Tardit out. That's the problem. Like,
yeah, and I think that you need to, like, I think Tahm Kench is a really good stylistic choice of both wanting to not lose lane and wanting to affect team fights in a massive way. We saw them get the ultimate off a couple of times on Ruffian early on in those team fights. It's massive, totally made them win the early game portion of things, especially like mid-early game. But is it too risky, rather, to dive into going full team fight and maybe sacking a little bit more lane pressure?
I almost want to see them go full early game. I want to see them go a little bit more into those, let's stack the dragons. They were pushing Soul Point, you know.
Yep.
They had a really strong early game, even though they had, you know, in some places some difficulties. I think their picks overall were a little bit more aggressive and more well-positioned in that early stage of the game. And if they can capitalize like that without having necessarily like poor scaling picks, possible that they get a big lead with a little bit more of aggressive team comp.
Good and sexy. And Collision CC, first time chatter. These are just people chatting. Do you know this one?
They're both on my team.
Oh, hilarious. I love it. Well, so speaking of which, we've got a few minutes before we actually load into this next one. Or maybe we don't. Either way, we're going to ads right now. So if you are wanting a coriander beer, check this out.
A six-pack of beer is just a six-pack of beer. But a six-pack of coriander? Now that's something to celebrate. Carefully crafted with one main ingredient, one signature flavor, coriander transcends hops and malted barley. And with our new easy-to-open bottles, you'll be able to slug down a sixer faster than you could ever want to. So grab a friend and raise a glass to craftsmanship, because a coriander shouldn't be enjoyed alone. It's the only beverage of true refreshment. Coriander beer. It takes two to tango.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. A groundbreaking day in LBLCS legal history.
People would die without schmeckles. People can't live their lives. They can't get food. They can't get corianders. How would you expect to live without a schmeckle?
Schmecklegate. You saw it because you were there. The people were there. Mighty Fool sent money to a place it didn't need to go.
What people don't realize is just exactly how involved Dingus was in all of this.
The mighty fool played his hand, and I was one who benefited.
You thought you could get away with this?
I'm tired of pretending he's innocent.
And we are back. Thank you guys for supporting the LBLCS and watching our homemade ads. I did not run an actual ad break over the homemade ads. I want everyone to see them. But I thought about it. I want you to know my finger was on the trigger.
Yeah, I think you don't trust everything you see online, kids. That's all I'm going to say.
Kids, trust everything you see online. If somebody says something online, believe them immediately. Nothing bad will happen.
For legal reasons, I'm gonna have to counter that by saying, maybe not everything.
This is not satirical. Trust everything. Keeper of Schmeckles, someone who tunes in for all the streams, that does the betting, so the casters don't mess up. Cough, mighty cough. Well, no, because here's the thing. That feels like grunt work, and I always give grunt work to Mighty.
Yeah,
he's kind of a grunt.
Oh, but I'll do it. I'm very happy to keep a lot of Schmeckles.
He loves to do Mighty work. Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm unobservant eye. You are the 75th out of the 75th subscriber. Thank you so much. You've made us reach our goal. We now have to have even greater goals and strive to become even more powerful. So thank you for pushing us to become the best versions of ourselves.
I didn't even know we had some goals. That's dope.
Observant eye. To the observant eye, you wouldn't notice either, but observant eye observed it, and
nice.
That's
what we got him around here for, honestly.
Yeah, unobservant is his name, but it's more fun if just look at that.
Oh, we just have the unobservant people doing the observing.
Yes, that's exactly what we have.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. They're cheaper, just low budget.
That way. It's way more low budget.
Yeah. We do have the spec link up, but they have not started just yet. So I was just kidding. They just started as soon as I said that.
You look like a goddamn idiot now. And
I always do.
To the unobservant eye, you don't look like an idiot, but everyone else, you do.
Yeah. Yeah. People who can look and hear stuff like real good, they know.
Mighty sucks. Who's this guy? This guy's smart. This guy's smart in chat. This guy's a genius.
There's nothing to say here, honestly. Looking like the same band's going through right now.
True.
Just about. Actually, no. Here we go, Jinx band. That's absurd. But I like it.
I don't blame them. I'd be like, nah, we had him in the first half, and then he just happened to be Jinx with 3 items, and it was all over.
I feel like banning Seraphine's the same thing, though. Like, who's going to pick Jinx if you can't have the supportive mid? Maybe you go Karma, though.
They picked Seraphine once Victor was picked.
Yeah, but that might have been the plan the whole time, right? Like, that's just
true.
Yeah.
But I think there's a danger to showing that hand early.
Oh, Wukong. Oh, I like this. Okay. They're saying, the Wukong was a problem in fights. We don't necessarily have to have the Jarvan Go button. So this is an adaptation from the Narwhals, which a lot of teams are afraid to do this. And sometimes they're right. Sometimes you just run back what you had because you might not do better, But Narwhal's not like that. They're going to change their pickup right away.
Is Cho'Gath going top on Slampus?
Going 80 from bot.
Going top on Slampus.
Going bot.
This is a combination of the pick that I was just talking about too. This is a dude who's playing like he wants to be safe in lane but wants to affect team fights. The Nunu being picked up.
That's big.
If Papova's in chat, he loves that pick. He's all about the
big.
fact that just got picked up.
Ooh, Camille early. Okay, this is nuts. This is spicy as hell. That's big. So they're saying you're not banning any of us that have like straight up like preferred picks here. This is very much Ruffian's favorite AD and Tarded's favorite top.
Yep. They're slippery too. Like Wukong, Camille, Kaisa, that is hard to lock down. Yes, you have a silence. Yes, you have some knockups with what you've got right now. But I mean, that is 3 slippery champions. And if we get basically what we had last game is we had support playing a support and mid playing a support. And so if you get that again, it's gonna be really hard to kill these guys. There's the lockdown that they're looking for. There's Leona.
Yeah, they also have a lot of good synergy with each other. Real quick though, there's a caster compliment redeemed by PC Marshmallow, and they're asking me for a caster compliment. So I'm gonna say, Marsh, you're one of the best Zillion players I've played with, maybe the best, but you're also a really cool dude, and I enjoy your company.
Yes, and you are more handsome than Mighty Fool.
That's up for debate.
So there's the Morgana band. There's the Lulu band. They're saying you are slippery. You're not going to be impossibly slippery with a Black Shield. You're not going to get the Lulu ultimate to make you an absolute menace if one of you starts to pop off. Swain.
Yeah, now I'm looking
on the other
at.
side.
You know what pick comes right into my brain?
What one?
When I see this Kaisa? You're not gonna like this.
What is it?
Annie.
Okay. Yeah, I know. You're right. I hate Annie. Annie's my least favorite champion.
Yeah. It would be like pretty spicy here. And I think it would help the Kaisa out a lot in the lane. It provides that CC, but it's also going to be a ranged pick that you can kind of play some space on that Leona with.
Yeah. Double lift is in this league. I will tell you that a man named 100 Thieves Double Lift is in this league. Is it the same guy? I legally have to say maybe.
Probably not, but it could be. Never know.
I've never met the man, so I've got to say it could be.
Ooh, Jack's takeaway. Dude, wait a minute. Wait. Hold on.
It is. Is it?
It's Cho'Gath at bottom.
Hold on to that thought. Hold on to that
Or
thought. It could be mid. Yeah.
It's Cho'Gath bottom. That's not Annie.
Rainbow Flux doing a lot of laughing.
I was thinking about Thresh as well here.
Renata's
would be
pretty good here.
Yeah.
Creating the
it's
peel
like,
that you need for your team is really effective. Jax has to go in. Kevin's allergies, thanks for the prime.
I like Cassio a whole lot. I don't like Acel as much.
No. I think they should play Anivia. And
Yeah, that would be good. This is kind of the same idea as Cass, but maybe a little bit more comfortable for boss guy. Acel gonna be locked in though. This team scales like crazy. I'll say that right now. This team fights pretty well, but scales like crazy.
What is the champion that rounds out this comp so we understand where everybody is going?
Riven.
Riven. I was gonna lose my no.
I mean, presumably it's an 80 carry, but I don't think that's happening.
Oh my god, they lock Riven.
It's Cho'Gath bottom lane.
Is Riven mid? Is Riven mid?
I think it's Riven mid.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. This is absolutely nuts. This DRX is my favorite team. Fuck you, naughty Narwhals.
Best team in this whole league.
Holy shit.
This is nuts. This is the strangest thing we could have seen.
I want to apologize to anybody who listened to my cast of Economy League or Commercial League in the past year where I said the only time you really see these crazy fun picks are in Economy or Commercial. I'm fucking wrong. I stand corrected. Riven, Cho'Gath, Jax have corrected me.
They're all melee. Every champion on this team is a melee champion.
Yeah. They're just going to go beat up Kaisa. They're saying, come here. We're going to beat you up.
This is nuts, dude. I kind of love this. I don't know if it's good, and it might not be, but...
Dude, Cho'Gath Leona is going to be very entertaining. One way or the other.
Here's the thing that I kind of think of Nunu, right? As like this, like
Mighty, you're still
he's
in
like
there. You gotta drop.
Oh shit. Yeah, okay. I kind of think of Nunu as like this faster, engagier Elise, right?
Yeah.
And what Elise really likes is when they're like sole AP on the team. You know, everyone's AD. I'm Elise, and I'm one-shotting people because they can't build MR, right? And you kind of have a similar thing here, where I mean, Cho'Gath's probably going to do some variation of an AP build, but you've got Jackson Riven that you're gonna need items against, so you're not gonna be stacking MR against this Nunu, who I think is gonna go like very AP, very like maybe Night Harvester or something, you know?
I'm trying to think of what Riven skin's gonna get played. Can you start up the bet?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I'm like just zoning out.
No, I got you, dude.
I just.
What did I say last time? Who gonna win?
Yeah, you had great grammar. You're really smart.
What team is
This
winner?
Bonkers. I'm so excited for this.
That. And then who's blue? Same guys? Naughty
Narwhals are still on the blue side.
Dirty Rats, guys. 5 minutes. Start prediction.
I'm so excited.
Boom.
Dude. I'm gonna bet all my schmeckles on Dirty Rats because who wouldn't when they pick Riven?
I want to bet on them. I really do. I don't know if they're gonna win, but I don't care.
I'm putting money on them because I want them to win. I should have done it the other way around. Fuck. Shit. I should have. That way I'd always win no matter what.
Don't worry. I got this. I'm gonna go all in on Narwhals, and then I'll lose it all.
Right, but if you lose it all, then the other team wins, and it's really fun. So it's a win-win.
Wait, shit.
It's a
What if
lose-lose win-win.
What if I lose it all though, and then like
Those are my
I don't have
league
anything to bet
notifications
on the next game?
and I need them on. Because if they're not on, I will not know what's happening or be able to solve it. Here we go.
Chewy's making fun of my spelling. That's rude. It's distracting. Oh, come on, chat.
Bloop.
You're better than this.
Bloop, flop.
What even happened? Did we have the same bands? We had like big adaptations in draft.
We had
And there was just no
the Jinx
Seraphine pick
ban.
either.
There is no they banned Lulu and Morgana in the second round. They're banning out like supportive things instead of last time they banned out Azir and Nibia. So like the second round bans are very different for DRX.
Yo, think about how annoying Lulu would be for this team. I'm actually so happy they banned that.
Yeah, it'd be really annoying.
I think Renata is going to be pretty annoying.
Renata's
too.
a great pick because they're all melee.
Yeah. So they're just going to be balled up, hitting each other for a few seconds, and then getting AoE'd.
Sammy Two Slap says, I go cry myself to sleep now. So, capitalize. I want you guys to know. He capitalized so, and then listen to
Both
the rest.
letters, too.
So, I don't kill LeChance during his surgery. I would have capitalized kill, so I don't kill LeChance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no one will want me to kill him.
Hey, you can do this because I got a tango. You can do this for a second?
Oh, totally.
It takes
yeah.
two
I'm
to
just gonna
tango
sit
if you're
here
playing
and-
at home. Take a sip.
Yeah, I'm going to take a sip as well for fun, and then I'm going to talk about something. And that thing's going to be Asol. Because chat, I don't know what you guys think of this. I also have no idea how this matchup's going to go. Asol into Riven sounds pretty hard. And what I know about this Asol is it goes absolutely nuts in the late game, stacking up that Stardust. But it takes a while to get there. It kind of ramps up. It's a slow going champion. And Riven's going to put the pedal to the metal, the foot on the gas, with a lot of mobility and a lot of things that I think, frankly, Asol's going to have a hard time dealing with. So early in the game, we're probably going to see a little bit of focus from Zebra away from that mid lane. And hopefully they can make up for what I expect to be a bit of a deficit in the mid lane in the other lanes. The spiciest lane is probably going to be the spot lane, though. We have the Kai'Sa Renata, which is going to be, pretty safe, I would think, against the Cho'Gath Leona. But I have no idea how this plays. You've got Leona. You've got all the CC.
Another friend.
And on top of that, I've heard Cho'Gath has insanely good scaling. So the more AP you're building up, the more that Cho'Gath Q especially is going to do a lot of damage. And when you stack the CCs and you can do a lot of that damage, there's going to be problems for whoever they're hitting. Probably Kaisa with that short range.
Memorino RL, thank you for the follow. Good and Sexy, thank you for the follow.
Hey.
Oh,
these are... have a USC 9 asking the series score. It is 1-0 for the naughty Narwhals right now.
Correct. So if you're making that Schmeckle prediction based off the score, which you unintentionally did, good job. Collision CC, thank you for the follow. And Chi Chew? Is that
Chewy?
No, I don't think so.
It is.
I think that's wrong. Chi Chewy, thank you for the follow.
Gotta support my boy Zerbra. Nice.
Really good. Smart.
Yeah, no, I like that. Honestly, Zebra should name change because that's way cooler.
You're getting a lot of hate from your teammates. You want to address it?
Yeah.
You want to address your team?
Well, so you pinged me and I was like, oh, I don't know what this is. I was playing ARAMs with them. And I was like, oh guys, so I'm getting pinged and I gotta go. You know? Yeah. So now, I mean, they should honestly direct the anger at you.
They should. I think. And you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it, Chichui, or whatever your name is.
my team should be all about hate and Buggle, but I just don't think they are. I don't know why.
Baked Goods 27, thank you for the follow. He ditched us. Yeah, I got him trained.
Yeah, he snapped his. It's sick, honestly. Like,
I'll tell you, Chichui. You know what? Kind of rude that he never told you, but I'll tell. There's a game to cast, and I needed a partner at the very last second, and I decided to summon him.
Yeah, I did actually say that I was being summoned.
Easy to train.
Which I thought that was enough.
I like that Good and Sexy trained you because that means that's a little bit different of a training. I feel like.
It's totally different. We don't need to talk about that at all.
Holy shit! I added an extra 0 by accident. How much did you bet?
Well, Pretoria does have like the most schmeckles out of anybody. So
how much did you bet, Praetorian?
I'm gonna guess it's a lot, probably in the hundreds of thousands. I don't like where this is going.
Got him on a leash. Like... Chichui knows what I'm about.
Listen, you don't even own a leash.
Good and Sexy has a totally different leash than me, but we both have you on a leash, and it's good.
You don't know what a leash is. You've never seen one. This is gonna be the easiest channel points I'm about to win.
Yeah, I mean Riven mid, it's all over. League of Legends, LBLCS, Collision CC is really really understands what they're watching. That's good.
He knows a lot of stuff. That guy.
Smart one.
Just putting that out there.
Smart one. Who gets first blood this game?
Riven.
Okay, I hope so. Be fucking lit.
I do too. I think it's gonna be sick.
USC 9 says I'm doubting the 5 melee count. Well, you know what? That's not that crazy to say.
No, I'm only here for the 5 melee comp because it's a 5 melee comp. I'm not sure it's good. In fact, a big part of me is sure it's not. But the other part of me is scared that it is. Like, really afraid.
Nice watch streak. Thank you, USC. I'm just want to say I think that this is going to be a fun game no matter what happens.
Yeah. I'm hoping that, okay, here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. We were talking about this. You said you don't get the crazy drafts in these higher leagues, like where the strategy is a little bit more advanced.
Now I'm regretting saying that, but yeah.
Well, but here's the thing. If you see this in commercial and econ, you know what to expect. You expect a bloodbath, right? I want the bloodbath.
I want the bloodbath too.
They need to deliver now, right? They need to give us what we're here for. The absolute like chaos in the streets. Like we need to see Nunu ganking every lane, 17 kills in 10 minutes or less.
Both teams smart enough to go the 4 skin over the 3 skin only for Naughty Narwhals.
Yeah, that's a straight up disadvantage in my mind.
Yeah, 4 skin stronger than 3 skin.
Definitely, definitely. That's the new Riven skin, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
This was just to show off. If there's anything I've learned today, it's that DRX's mid laner used to be $20 richer than me, and now it's not.
It's rough. That is tough out there.
All right. Well, this happened last time. It's not like
yeah,
it's fucking new, right?
Well, it didn't. Did it kick you? It didn't kick me.
No, it didn't kick me either.
We're just chilling. We're just chilling.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So, chat.
Did you see
what you
the?
thinking about?
Did you see the Cassante ARM bug?
I'm at second 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How you doing,
Keep
bud?
counting.
Keep counting.
12, 13, 14.
You're on par.
15.
You're
Nice.
on par. You're
I had to click ahead a little because I didn't
you
skip.
did.
Yeah. No, there's like a Cassante ARM bug where you can throw people off the map.
Shogat's still on base.
That's not good. Fine, good. He's
Look, there
flying
he
a
is.
scepter.
There he goes. He's going now. He's coming
I
now.
love stuff like this. This is the second game in a row that Ruffian gets 5 gold on a word. Should you know that?
I'm following foreign guy.
Following foreign guy?
Yeah, I was. Now I'm just back to normal.
Okay, I'm watching Slampus right now, sit in a bush. Looks good.
Slampus is hopefully slamping one back,
He better be.
chilling in the bush. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, well, I can't say that on stream, but he wants you to have something else. That Cho'Gath.
Yeah. Not wrong with that either.
Praetorian bet 50k instead of 5k.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's awesome.
I was thinking it'd be like 500.
Fucking awesome. I can't wait for him to lose this money.
Well, what sucks is I think I lose it with him. So.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you will. I think you will. All right. I was talking to chat before about the mid matchup, and I know we said I said Riven gonna get first blood.
Okay.
But maybe it happens here.
They were kind of setting that up. They were baiting it.
Oh,
now they're going for it. A lot of damage. Arcadius already having to flash over the wall. They get the flash. That's a massive early play.
That is so smart to just get the flash and leave too.
Yep.
Like they know the jungler's around. I would have stayed there and fought for like an hour, giving the jungler all the time he needs to get there. You like this, but yeah, no, I think that mid matchup's going to be very volatile, and if Asol's anywhere near winning it, it's really good for him.
Counter-Strike. Coming through, doing a little bit of damage, but level 2 on that Camille means she just gets right back up. Level 2 already for Ruffian down here, because Arcadius missed a couple of the minions to begin with.
Leveraging it, really playing up in that lane. I love watching. I know we said Ruffian's the least cannon, but I love watching Ruffian just play 80 carry as aggressively as he thinks he can get away with.
Here comes Nunu down to the bot lane right now, and a nice knock-up from Foreign Guy means Naughty Ruffian might be in a huge amount of trouble, and he is. He gets hit. They're spacing out the CC so well, and again, first blood onto Ruffian. It goes again to double lift.
The timing on that Leona, going in with the E, making sure that snowball connects.
Yep.
That is so
That
good.
Zenith Blade was clean. The patience to not drop the Q, also massive.
Yeah, and now we see that's first blood, unfortunately, on the Leona. Although, how many times have you seen an AD carry just get soloed by a Leona? I mean,
True.
It's a real thing. So, and I was dead wrong about the first blood being mid.
First blood was exactly the same as it was last game, which means that Ruffian will steal Baron with the Kaisa W this game.
Yeah, I think it could be on the cards.
Known fact. It will happen.
This big wave crashing, Ruffian back in time to pick it up. See if they get the cannon. No, I don't think he got it. I was low casted cursing, I think.
Smart. Good curse.
Yeah, meant to do it. Actually, wait. If I do that, I'm gonna lose.
You're a genius.
I'm just really good at that stuff. All of it.
Top lane CS is a thing right now.
Yeah, and Slampus, I think, wanted this other side of the matchup, but Camille probably needed to be banned out because it's on top of, I think, being a good matchup here.
A lot of damage onto Arcadius, who we know does not have flash. Nice pullback, though. Oh, the flash forward from Foreign Guy is all you need. Double lift actually drops super low. Does get knocked up right there, keeping him safe. Foreign Guy now trying to back up. But Ruffy just doesn't have the damage yet to punish.
Yeah. And no cleanse either, so if double lift goes in without dying, possible the stuns.
Round to the mid lane. Here comes a gank. Massive hit onto him. Boss Guy just flashing away in time on that A-Soul.
Yeah, but this is scary now because that's a Riven with Flash and Ignite up. And approaching level 6, I mean, that's just all in territory all day long.
Yeah, and that is the concern here. Slampus, a little concerned himself, just trying to farm underneath tower now. Oh, and here comes the
do we see it right away?
No way
we see it right away. Not enough movement to get the stun on the back of that. Boss Guy lives for now. But it's going to be really hard to get this wave in.
Uh-oh. Doesn't get the W again. Boss Guy just backing up in time every single time.
It's the new skin. It's just it's got to be the like that. We'll give a little bit of credit there. You know, he's just getting used to it.
Caboose him. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the LBLCS. Can go to the Denny's in Vermont, the southern one. Go around back to the dumpster. Knock on it 3 times. Todd will come out.
Yeah. Free pancakes. They're on us.
Free
Todd's
pancakes.
a cool guy, you know.
Todd's a great
Asking
guy.
him about the special.
The power of the Scouts Code.
Back at it again. LBLCS over CLG versus Dig. Well, I'll tell you what. You got better comps in this game than you're gonna get in that one. If you're just joining us, which it seems like you might be, take a look at DRX's side right here.
Yeah, this is the more wild comp that I think we'll see this week. Maybe not the whole season, you know.
It's a contender.
I'm looking forward to more of this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Me too. And you know what? They're looking forward to another early dragon. We saw this in game 1. In game 2, they're doing it again.
And you know what I said? I said they need to. I didn't say they need to. I said I wanted to see them play.
You said they have to.
Even more aggressive.
And if they don't, you're gonna punish them.
They best play it, or I swear something's gonna happen. You know. I didn't say that. Of course I didn't say that. That would be weird. You know. But I thought about it.
Yeah, Double Lift finishing up his game, and you know now he's over here on DRX. 100 Thieves Double Lift playing on DRX.
I mean, these are higher quality games than Champions Queue. That's for sure.
Yep. Nice.
Slampus is really not getting a fun experience up
No,
here.
but that was a good counter strike to dodge the second Q out of Tarded right there.
Yeah, no, trades have been going okay. I mean, this CS disadvantage gonna hurt for a little while, and I think it'll level out later.
Okay, here comes Nunu back down to the bot lane. Double Lift going in, but Zebra's also in the vicinity. That snowball doesn't hit anybody. Foreign Guy maybe a little bit out of position right now. Should be able to walk away. Good
level
CC.
6 though.
Slampus actually super low, is not going to connect, and now he's in a heap of trouble.
Extender.
Flashes away, Tarded flashes forward, and that's going to be a kill for the Camille.
Yeah, and this is where I was getting with this. I don't think that's a fun matchup for the Jacks all day long, but Tarded is definitely a Camille player. That makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
Looking at mid lane, there is kind of a comparable CS disadvantage for the side of the A-Soul when we're looking between mid and top. So it's getting evened out a little bit.
Oh, someone has redeemed the hunk alert. Who is the hunk this game? Tell us and we shall cast appropriately.
I think I know who I want it to be. But I don't think that's who it's going to be.
I've got 2 picks, and I'm interested if it's going to be either of the picks. What's your pick?
Okay, okay. For me,
Yeah.
I want it to be Slampus,
Okay.
personally. But I think the other good idea is Ruffian.
Nunu back down to the bot lane right now, and there's the flash forward. Zenith Blade's going to connect, and they get the... Oh, Arkady is going to flash away from the knock-up, though. Stay alive for a little bit longer. Here comes the ultimate out of Nunu. They should be able to pick it up. They're trying to give it over, but they can't. This other kill, though, Foreign Guy picks it up. The fadeaway Q is going to snag a kill, and 4-1 goes the score.
And so this is what I've heard about the Cho'Gath pick. You've got this insane scaling on that Q.
Mm-hmm.
And so this laning phase, like, queuing, poke, kind of like engagey thing they're doing, it just kind of kills you slowly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like once he's level 6, you have legitimate all-in pressure. You've got Cho'Gathar.
He's got Everfrost finished. Okay, so we talked about this. All melee comp on the side of DRX, but the lockdown that they now have is permanent. Like if you get CC'd It will not end.
You're not moving.
You're not going to move for a day and a half. Boss guy might be in a lot of trouble right here. A lot of damage coming out onto him.
I'm really impressed that boss guy hasn't died yet. I mean, it sounds weird to say, but like, this is good.
Is going to have that flash up in about 4 seconds. So boss guy now has flash back up.
Well, you know what that means. It's time for another game.
Time for another game.
Yeah, this is what happens, man.
Oh, Slampus is the hunk. The hunk getting dived in on by Camille right now. A nice counter strike. Is going to do some damage back onto Target. Here comes a gank in the mid lane, but it's the other way around. A lot of damage going out to the bot lane. And there's the Everfrost being used. Change, silence. Everything is happening. Ruffian can't do anything about it. He's gone, and Double Lift picks up the kill.
What's really funny about this is they still, I think, denied the Cho'Gath stack.
Yes.
With the R.
Yes.
But Ruffian can't do anything. He's sitting there, unable to survive, can't pick up a kill, and it's just doomed. And I think it's running away.
Uh-oh, the hunk getting slapped around.
Yeah, this is tough up here. And I think that as much as the lead is mounting for the Dirty Rats, Hearted is kind of that light at the end of the tunnel for the Narwhals. Like, Camille can beat every single one of these melee champions in the side lane.
You look at the Ghost Bear, he's already over 1k over Slampus right now. Has that kill, has a big CS lead. And they can really turn that into something, especially if you start going for something like these Heralds.
Yeah, and even though the hunk is holding his own up here just fine, it's gonna get harder, I think, before it gets easier. And so what I kind of want to see is, I want to see Nunu try to put this Riven a little bit ahead, so that gap in the mid game, where
Nunu back down here in the bot lane, it's rolling. Here comes the snow, Arcadius. I don't see you living for another second. You're out of here.
Yeah, and that stack did go through. Foreign guy got one, picked up onto Arcadius. And every single one of these champion ones that you can get early in the game, these stacks, that you're not using your ult on minions, they count a lot.
Yeah.
Because the more you delay using your minion ones up, the more you can get that mid-game, like, space between the team fights, continuing your stacks.
Zebra near the mid lane might be looking for something onto this Riven right now. Is standing controller, waits for him to go in. Here comes Zebra, is now all the way inside of this fight, and a massive hit of damage is not going to be enough. They're going to trade 1 for 1 in the end. But Dragon, the Infernal Drake, getting picked up by DRX as well. Now they're setting their sights towards mid. Will they find anything on that mid? Oh, they are going to hit Arcadius right there. The Zenith play is going to come through. That's a lot of damage onto them, and it might just be enough, a little bit more, and it is. Dyslexic trying to get out of there, but gets picked up. A nice trade back from Zebra. Good use of the clone.
Yeah, that CC is real then. Arcadius didn't stand a chance. As soon as something hits him, it's over. But a good trade back from Zebra, using that range, using the clone to get away safely. And every little bit that they trade back is going to matter here, because the dragon stacking is coming. We saw this last game. But every time that that naughty Narwhals have that little bit of fight, they find the opportunity.
Nice damage coming out as well right now. The hunk did drop the ultimate, but is safe. Uh-oh. No, they safe.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm impressed with, like, Slampus and Boss Guy on the other side. I think they should have a really hard time in these lanes. They're doing pretty well.
They're holding their own.
Yeah. Yeah, our hunk up here trying to keep that turret alive. I don't know if they're
trying to put some more money onto Boss Guy, but he's actually getting pushed out right here. Here comes a giant snowball. They're gonna hit. They hit the clone of Wukong. Good use of the clone.
Yeah, well played from Boss Guy as well. Just finding the space between the CCs to just scoot on out of there. Already has the Rylai's completed. I'm not really sure what the meta ASOL build is. I think it's Roa. But I'm sure Rylai's is in there somewhere as a good idea.
A lot of damage onto that Riven, but does trade it back.
I think he might have just hit a Stardust breakpoint to get that ultimate boosted. That could be really big for the next objective.
They're looking for something down here in the bottom lane, but it's a little too risky still.
Yeah. Arcadius ult coming back up, and Ruffian does have his ult as well as the cleanse. I think if they just wait for them to come off the turret a little, though, they have everything they need. I mean, it's like pretty impossible for Ruffian and Arcadius to leave their turret safely.
Going back to people who followed and subbed, Collision CC, thank you for the prime sub. Have fun, Dave, thank you for the follow.
Yo, Collision, what's up, dude, with the prime? You know what it is. Go on over to that Denny's, the southern one in Vermont, and
Go around back.
knocking the dumpster around back.
Yeah.
3 times. Yeah, make sure you do it loud.
Todd's
Todd's
gonna
been
come
a little
out.
hard of hearing lately.
He's got the pancakes. I do not know if they were cooked in the dumpster. It doesn't matter. They're free. They're all yours. Take it. Unobservant eye. Thank you for the follow as well. And as well as the earlier sub, the 75th sub. I want that to be known that you were attentive.
We need to do a little bit like that where Todd's just like giving the free pancakes, and it's
We
like
could do an ad for
where'd you
Denny's.
get these?
I could do it. I could film an ad for
man?
Denny's and like someone goes around back to the dumpster, knocks 3 times, and a guy just cooking up pancakes in a dumpster.
Yeah, no, I like. It's like, where'd you get these pay? And then it's like, doesn't matter, they're free.
Don't worry about it. It's free. It's free. Who cares?
I do that. I think that's fun.
Slamp is actually doing a lot of
The
damage
hunt?
right now onto him. But he's getting hit back. Here comes a nice
my
snowball
word.
just in time, and Ultimate being dropped onto Dyslexic. Uncharted find the kill. He might be able to use this, and he does use the blast cone just in time. He goes back over. The man's absolutely wild. Is he going to find the CC? He's not going to find the CC. He's actually going to die for it down in the bot lane. A huge ultimate from Renata. He's going to connect onto both of them. They're able to pick up a kill right there. Shutdown kill onto it. Here comes a huge snowball into the mid lane. Boss guy's going to go down. Camille's going to go down. Double lift running for the hills. And it's a 2-for-2 across the map.
Oh my. Yeah, the hunk with a really nice bait there. I thought for sure that flash was going to connect, just barely missing. But it still connects enough to get the team in. And 2-for-2 across the map. I think that's not bad for Naughty Narwhals. But if you look at who went down, it's pretty important, right? You lost the 2 solo lanes, and they're going to trade back on this turret. Super, super strong for the side of Dirty Rats, especially because it's a mid turret. And when you're trying to stack dragons, getting that mid vision is super, super important.
Yep. Now, chat, I might be pretty, but I am not as pretty as the hunk Slampus, who's been just, maxing out on their lifts tonight. I mean, they are.
Did you get a little pause there, a little jitter?
Did I get a jitter? No, should I jitter to make you feel more comfortable?
Yeah, what time are you at? I got like a little 2-second pause on my
16:45, 46, 47.
I'll catch up real quick.
What are the chances that LeChance licked Buggle's feet? 0. I have never worn open-toed shoe wear near LeChance because I know the risks. I've weighed up the risks. It's not worth it. I'd rather have really sweaty feet. I wear extra layers of socks. Yeah.
I don't think I can catch up. What time are you at?
I could pause. I'm at 12, 13 from 17, 17, 14, 15. They just took Dragon right now.
Okay, I can't catch up for some reason, so just pause until I catch you. What time are you at?
I'll stop at 17:25. Oh, there's someone DC'd. So there's gonna be a pause anyway.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're at 25 or what?
26 in the game's paused.
Oh, okay.
That's probably why you had the jitter. It was probably the actual pause in game.
Yeah. I don't know. That was weird because I couldn't fast forward back up.
Yeah. This is low budget. We don't know what's happening or how this even works.
They've done something with this with this client, man. And now I can fast forward. It doesn't do anything.
I can switch between all the champions, but it doesn't. Oh, it switches it in the bottom left, what I'm seeing, but it doesn't actually switch the view. It'd be cool if you could. So, going over what just happened, third Drake for DRX. Gold lead, though, in favor after the top tower is taken by Camille. Gold lead in favor of Naughty Narwhals.
Yeah, and I'm not going to beat around the bush or sugarcoat this. DRX are on the clock here. They are definitely pushing it. They need to get Soul and end this game before there is a gigantic A-Soul, Camille, and Kaisa on the other side.
Chewy going choo-choo on the hype train. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not concerned yet, but I'm getting there for DRX. You know, they've stacked the dragons well enough. They have a good number of kills, but they're kind of letting Tardy go away with that top lane, and it's becoming a problem.
They don't want it. They don't want the top lane. They don't want it. Get it out.
They don't need it. They don't need it.
They don't want it. They don't need it.
Ah. Also, is there a Herald on
Bobron,
There
you're
is.
right, but if you look at the CS, you'll understand the gold lead.
Oh, definitely.
As well as the towers.
And there is a Herald available for Dyslexic IR, but I'm not sure exactly where they plan to use that. Looks like heading down toward bot lane.
Maybe.
Ruffian is backing. Who was
Maybe.
the DC, by the way? Was it Ruffian?
No, it's Zebra, I think.
Oh, Zebra? Okay. They should just play on. It's not even an important player.
It's actually pretty funny. I like that idea. Actually, were you on 4 Drinks In, the team I was on? We did that. We had a player DC for so long that we had to play without them in a 4v5.
That season I was on 5 Drinks In.
That's right. You were on the even more hardcore team.
It was
Spooky Man DC'd. We had to play a 4v5. We played a 4v5 for about 15 more minutes. And then a little bit towards the end, a Spooky Man came back and we were able to close out the game.
I do remember you telling me this, actually. That's crazy.
I can be in
like it's harder
whatever
than people
ear
think. Like
I want.
Like that.
Welcome back to the LBLCS. I don't know if that was even loud enough. I don't even know it was loud enough.
No, you were doing it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what's the most annoying mouth noise?
Everybody
turn up.
This is a bad
turn
question,
up,
but
turn
I
up your
like
sounds. Turn up your volume. Here we go.
Maybe like lip smacking, like when you're eating something loudly. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, is that bad?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
A lot of slurping.
Slurping's kind of good, actually.
Slurping's good. Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. I need some input from chat because the other one's listening. I don't actually hear what I'm doing.
Yeah, I've got a lot of bad ideas. Chat probably has some more good ones.
Report a stream on Twitch.
Listen, guys, please, not again. We can't take another strike.
One team is ready. Let's see if we can start this one back up here at the LBLCS. Here we go. What does macaroni sounds mean? What does that mean?
That's what I was talking about.
Just
That's
what does
like
it mean?
That's like the okay, so like like when you hear something smush, but it's like gooey.
I sound like macaroni and cheese sounds. I'm live, by the way, 17:30:31.
Yeah, we're good. It's fixed somehow, but it was definitely not fixed before.
Yeah, I'm frozen at 17:35.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, we're here.
We're right on cue. This is great. I don't know what a macaroni
working as
sound
intended.
is. You're trying to explain it to me, but so I have paper here.
Have you ever
hang
consumed
on.
macaroni before in your life?
But very quickly. I don't really chew food. I just kind of swallow.
No, just like move it around and listen to it next time. You know?
Was that good? I was just ripping paper.
Yeah, I didn't really hear it. I was just reading chat with idiot teammates.
I got tape. I have tape. I understand the game's back on, chat. Wait a minute. Wait, maybe I should wait a minute because Boss Guy's getting hit up with a lot of damage. The ultimate's not going to be able to finish him off, and now Ribbon's in a lot of trouble. Ribbon's going to get taken down. The trade, though, Jungler's picking up the mid laners.
Yeah, Boss Guy doing ace ult things, kind of slinking out of there. Doesn't quite make it. Dude, the ASMR's throwing me for a loop. My brain is like actually stuck. That seems bad though. That fight for DRX. Like, cause any even fight at this point is not gonna like speed things up in the game for them.
No, I agree, but I also think that. No, yeah, because both junglers got it. It's worse for them. It's worse for DRX.
Yeah, I do believe in the Nunu like one-shot ability though. I just don't think we're quite there, you know.
I don't think so either, but I mean, the cleanse, you have it for Ruffian, but you might need like more. You might need more.
Like you know what's missing? Seraphine.
Yeah.
Just like something to make this dude unkillable, you know.
So smart.
I mean, you do actually have it. You have the Renata. It's just that the gold disadvantage is going to mean that Ruffian's going to have a hard time killing anybody for a little while.
Yep. Yep.
We are looking at they're stacking up. I wish that I kind of wish that they would do this the other way, where I want naughty Narwhals to make a few plays on bottom now, because I think that's the only thing they need to keep this well within hand. You know,
Ultimate is going to hit right there, but there goes the Zenith Blade, going to connect. Here comes the ball. Everything is all in on Arcadius, who is going to pop Shirelius and actually get out of there.
Yeah, Flash and Shrilly is burned, and
There's the drop.
I don't think it's the worst timing.
That's the Herald being dropped.
Yeah. There's no dragon though. That's the critical thing. You know, you're getting these things off Arcadius, but
so what you're doing right now is you're giving yourself the boss guy might be a little too deep right there, but no solar flare up for double lift though.
Yeah, I mean, this looks scarier than it is, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
That's crazy. The Acel interaction on that Herald just blocking out on the turret for a second. It was kind of cool.
But the setup now for Vision is really dangerous because it is soul point for them. They can get really deep wards, right?
Yeah.
And you see them going in right now and clearing those out. They're protecting their jungle right here, on the red side. This is going to happen, though. They're going to all back right now, a minute 30 before. Oh, they're actually pinging Baron.
Yeah, they've done that was a very smart usage of the Herald. They've cleared out these bottom lane turrets, evened up the gold. And now, I mean, I don't mind baiting Baron. I think it's really, really hard to actually do it with their team.
151 stacks on Acel.
Okay, it's going to be big. He doesn't have the empowered ultimate, right? Not right now.
He does have his sums up, though. And
Yeah.
Tarded also has their teleport up. Actually, all teleports up in the game.
I kind of don't like this this like very delayed Roa as well. And I'm sure there's some thought to it, but it's 21 minutes and you haven't started stacking your Roa. It's kind of hard, you know?
They're saying we're going deep. We're going late in this one.
They are saying this is the longest game you're going to get on stream today.
Yeah.
Right here.
A lot of damage onto this Riven and a huge amount of Triple Cyclone being dropped right there, and everybody else is ulting a nice second Cyclone. Here's a big ultimate out of this Nunu, but they get taken down, shut down onto him. Renata ult's going to do a little bit of damage right here.
This might be all the Narwhals needed, honestly. The Dragon's coming soon.
I agree.
And yeah, this was huge for them. I mean, I can't really even stress it enough. A little bit of an overstep there for sure from Kigiris, but just so much damage and CC. I mean, Acel ultimate alone right there, just an absolute nuke.
Yeah, I know that we like to talk crap about Zebra because we know him and we love him. But the dude's 6-0-0 with a massive bounty on him.
Yeah, the gang's on. I mean, Tarded's kind of the exception here because Tarded is going crazy in the top lane.
Yeah.
But Zebra's got the team on the back right now.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely pulling their weight and more. And that dragon pickup is going to slow things down a whole lot. Probably enough for the Narwhals to really equalize the position and get, I would say, just an advantage off of scaling alone if nothing else happens. You know. I mean, it's really tricky when you have a team like this with no marksman, no sustained AD DPS. And even more than that, no range champions to speak of.
Yeah, you're looking for skirmishes. You're looking for burst fights when you can find one or two people isolated from the rest of the team and use 2 or 3 people to actually just blow them up and lock them down permanently. That is what they're going to be looking to do, and that is why Vision is going to be so important in this game. And you can see that high ward line as they're protecting this Baron with it.
Yeah, and now there's another thing that we need to consider with the scaling discussion, right? There's a Cho'Gath in the game.
Yep.
And he's been eating stuff for a while.
Should we get a stacks on the man? He's got 7.
7 stacks. And
Slampus in a little bit of trouble.
One of them's
Cyclone being dropped. They get taken down. 7-0 goes Zebra. But reinforcements, cavalry, taking the blast cone, coming over. Dyslexic.
Foreign guys coming in.
Might be
looking for another stack.
Something. I think they're safe and out.
Didn't quite find the angle there.
So 7 stacks. How many are minions?
The problem is 6 of them are already minions, right? So not even an epic monster. They have 3 dragons, and apparently none of them were chomps, which is kind of bad.
So what happened was they kept trying to get chomps off, and then they would turn it into dragons after they basically killed bot lane. I mean, they literally are 3-1 and 3-0, and they took 3 dragons.
Yeah. And I don't think it's so bad because there's a lot of game left, and we're talking about a situation where Narwhals want the game to go later. But that's going to give time for Foreign Guy to build up those stacks in other places. So it's not necessarily the end of the world if the game does kind of extend a little bit further here. Oh, and here we're talking about it.
Yeah, it
might be an opportunity to chomp.
but a massive ultimate. The Zenith Blade comes through, everything comes through, the Chomp comes through, and that's 8 stacks.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know what Boss Guy is going to try to do there. It's a really, really tough situation. The Solar Flare even goes wide.
Yeah.
Doesn't really do much to him. And still, the cooldown on that Cho'Gath Q just going to be enough.
Tarded looking for it onto him. A lot of damage. Nakagiris, can they turn the tides right here? They're doing a lot right back, actually, healing a bunch, but a nice ultimate's going to keep him safe for a little bit longer. There goes the back in, and the re-engage is going to be enough. Cyclone now drops. Renata with a massive ultimate to follow up the Cyclone, and the score goes to 12-12.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we were thinking would be a problem. Tarded is starting to run away with this game. Absolutely destroys people with that Q. And it's a funny thing, actually. Camille Q2 does as much damage as Cho'Gath ult, you know? Like a little mini Cho'Gath ult.
It is, and it's true damage, and it's really gross.
Yeah, so we're just seeing Cho'Gath ult versus Cho'Gath ult, and the non-Cho'Gath ult is winning.
The non-Cho'Gath ult that's up every 6 seconds is a problem.
Yeah,
Baron.
I wanted to say it in the most confusing way I could think of. And I'm not sure I succeeded, and I'm not very good at the English stuff. But
Baron picked up again around the same time that it was picked up last time, although this time it was not stolen by Ruffian. It is simply just picked up by his team.
Yeah, and the dragon going to be spawning in about a minute. This is kind of do or die in my mind.
I think they need to get it.
Yeah, they need to get this dragon if they want to be in the game at all. I don't even know if it's going to be decisive anymore. But a soul for DRX is going to be really the only thing that they're looking for here.
A little bit of damage coming out. Foreign Guy hitting Zebra up. Tarded might be in trouble, but straight up might be able to just 1v3. We're going to find out. Here's a massive ultimate. Really nice use of that to dodge the damage that was coming out. Kaigira is doing so much, and they are able to pick it up. And now Foreign Guy is in trouble. Cyclone being dropped in the mid lane. Here comes Boss Guy. Massive amount of damage onto these two as they get sucked into a black hole. Nice use of the stasis, though. Foreign Guy's going to get taken down. Zebra going legendary. Slampus now in the middle of the fight using Counter-Strike. Can he find the stun on the right people? He actually finds it onto Zebra, but it's not going to be enough because here they come. They're going to melt him down in a 3-for-1.
And dude, it looks so cool actually playing Asol. I kind of want to try this guy out, dude. It's fun. Just slides on in there, drops the big ulti.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, and maybe it's not obvious, but for me, it looks like we're maybe even going to go for an end here.
Yeah, they could be looking for an end, but a nice use of that right there. The Renata ult could be enough if they are able to tag him.
Yeah, for me so far, Zebra, absolute MVP. I mean, 10-0 and 2 scoreline on this Wukong.
Monkey's going nuts.
Very impressive. Yeah. But they might go fight for the soul here, just keep the point away. There's a TP.
Very quickly.
It
could be a little bit dangerous the way Dyslexic just went in right there, but the teleport's also coming in for Camille. They're able to pick up Nunu already. The rest of the fight has begun. Kaigiris in there a little bit too deep, getting absolutely chewed out by Asol, gets taken down. Double Lift's going to be the next one to go. Can they finish him off? They actually finish on Cho'Gath first, and then Leona, and that should be the game, the whole series being picked up by the naughty Narwhals.
Yeah, and I wasn't sold on the Asol before, but Boss Guy really selling it to me this game. Looks really, really strong once it gets going. And that's going to be Nexus picked up. Will they get one more kill? The Hunk surviving on the fountain. Lives to fight in another series, probably.
Definitely. I am a big fan of DRX.
Yeah. The confidence to try that in the first place.
Badass.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
Just so dope right there. That entire interaction, how they decided to play that one out. I unfortunately do not have time for an interview, but it's a really good series out of everybody. Really big fan of Slampus. Really big fan of Kygirius just in that mid lane, deciding to play the Riven. Didn't work out this series. Doesn't mean it's not going to work out later. These are two really good financial teams. Zebra with an absolutely standoff game, like just standing ovation. Everyone should be clapping at home. 10
I gotta give him
0-6.
one clap.
One clap.
Yeah.
Where is these are great scenes. These are the scenes I meant to click on, and I didn't mess anything up.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's do a little damage chart before we go here. People are asking.
I was seeing some scenes there, yeah.
Yeah, I did some scenes. The scenes were there.
It's clean.
Wukong with so much damage. Again, Kygirius doing so much. You're very welcome for the stream.
I didn't expect Tarded to have more than Zebra. Or I mean Zebra to have more than Tarded. That's crazy.
He was nuts with those cyclones. He was hitting so many.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Divine
I mean,
Thunder.
did you see what those Qs were doing out of Camille? Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot. Yeah, all honestly solid, really solid game.
Yeah, thank you
And
guys.
I think
for
if
watching.
you're,
I'm gonna have you actually sign us off tonight.
well,
You got a point to
real
say?
quick,
Fine. Say
Yeah.
your point.
if you're in financial, definitely watch out for both of these teams. But especially after that performance, Naughty Narwhals are a team to beat. And with that, I'll sign us off by saying, thanks for watching, and later, dudes. Fuck. What is that?
Fuck. Cut it off right